man. So, what's going on with you, Jonathan? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. Yeah, man. SQL, I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm doing all right. SQL, I thought it was going to be pretty hard, but it wasn't. It was actually really easy. I think the hardest part is, you know, using PHP, I guess, to link, like to be able to communicate with the database. But other than that, I mean, like creating the database and like adding tables and all that, that's actually pretty easy. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm using now. I'm using WAMP as the for testing like my site, my e-commerce site. So I'm using WAMP for like the server, and it brings up PHP. So my PHP will actually work on the site, and also the MySQL, so I can communicate with the database too, and then I could write like more like tables into it if I needed to, straight from WAMP. So that's pretty decent. No, it's not. It's just like it's it's like once you know like a program language like JavaScript and like any of the other ones like Python or whatever, you can easily pick up PHP. It's just that I'm so used to the front end right now. I be afraid like, what if I forget JavaScript? But I don't think I will. Yeah, I don't think I will. Yeah, because I've been using JavaScript for quite a while now. But PHP, I'm really focusing on just using PHP for the things that I needed to do. So like if I needed to like for my email form, I just wanted to learn how to use PHP to be able to communicate with my SQL database. So I learned that, and that's pretty much how I'm going to be learning PHP. I don't want to do like in depth, like how to do this, like from this to this and this. I don't want to do all that. I see it's easier. Yeah, it's easier to learn things as you go and work on a project than going through tutorial heavy. So yeah, yeah. Oh no, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like yeah, it's like if you're working on a specific site and you want to get a specific thing done, you can just go online and just figure out, okay, how can I do this in, for example, PHP, and then look that up. And then the more you do that, it gets, the easier it is for you to come back to it, and then it just gets stuck in your head. And then like maybe you want to experiment with other things, that'd be added on to your knowledge from the past, and then it just builds up from there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not either. Yeah, 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 and that's how I did. That's how I did Gulp too. Because I wanted to be able to like compile all of my SAS code at once without having to keep bringing up another terminal window. So I used that for Go, and I also used the being able to concatenate my JavaScript files in order. Because I'm not sure how to really do it in Webpack yet. So I know some guy did tell me you can just do that in Webpack too. So I got to figure out how to do it, but in order though, because when you make a JS file, as you're going along and make multiple JS files, some files need to be started first before like other files do if you split them up. It's like if you have like a separate variables file and a separate, it's like components pretty much like how React is different components. They have to
Yep.
be started up before other ones. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Open up the
That's just in case you did anything new, just to update mines because we on different what you call those, not
I
branches, but
I haven't pushed anything new, but my fork
okay.
is a little bit ahead. Just with some HTML and CSS that I added, the drop down menu and stuff. But I'm
Oh yeah, I saw that.
yeah, I'm not gonna push that until it's fully. I'm not even like I'm focused more on just the functionality with the JS, and I don't want to mess anything up, with
Gotcha.
my push. So I'm on the main branch right now, not my fork.
Gotcha.
Not. I'm on the main repository and not my forked repository, I should say.
Oh, okay.
Let's see the page.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna push anything that I've made so far because I just have some styling stuff to do, and I don't want the styling to kind of interfere with what we're doing. I'd rather just not,
gotcha.
you know,
Yeah, yeah, that's
be
cool.
honest. Um, because honestly, once it's done, I might just rework the whole style of it from like the ground up. You know what I'm saying? I might just do a whole mobile design first.
Oh yeah, man, I already know how that's gonna be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's okay though.
yeah. Luckily though, with the forum though, I did well. Not with the forum, with the study groups. I kind of
Hmm.
made it mobile, so it'll be a lot easier too to like get
Oh, did
around
you?
everything.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, if you when I had because there was an issue with the icons.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, so I fixed that, and if you minimize the page, you can actually see the elements changing, and it actually turns to like a mobile type of user interface.
I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna check it right now.
Yeah, but other than that, I didn't touch pretty much anything since the last time I sent you the version I did.
That's cool, dude. I'm switching
Yeah,
branch right now. Check the status. Okay, I'm up to date, so I'm gonna open this up. Hey, that music isn't too loud, is it?
nah, I can't really
Okay.
hear it that much at all. It
Okay.
like goes in and out, so but no,
Is
it's
that
not loud at
bad?
all.
Okay. Um.
And then like when if you minimize it and like squeeze the window, you will see like everything change.
Oh, cool, dude. Wow, that looks nice.
Yeah, yeah,
That
just
looks
like
really
that.
nice. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I like that.
Thanks. Cool.
You know what I'm thinking though? That looks freaking awesome, right? But what I'm thinking is, maybe we should make it so that the part time, because like the tweet deck, how it doesn't go below it, it goes to the side of it.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should
So
have it
like,
so that they can scroll to the left.
hmm
They can scroll to the left to get to the part time because it might be like kind of difficult for them to try to like when they're on the mobile to scroll down the page because
yeah, cause they'll be having to scroll through the whole full time just to get to the bottom of the part
yo
time.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I had it like that too, but I didn't know what I didn't know. If I really wanted to do that or not, because I never
Yeah.
tested that part. But yeah, all I gotta do is pretty much it's a CSS. I think it's I had it when it minimizes
Mm-hmm.
the flex direction turns to a column. So all I gotta do is just keep it at a row, and then it should keep it at a row when it minimizes.
Let me open up that
Yeah,
CSS right quick.
yeah, it might be in there, and then you can also test it out too in the developer tools too.
Okay, yeah, let me do that. Let's see. They gotta get like a search bar or something right here, because nobody wants to look through all these files, man. Put a search bar right there, so you can just pick which CSS.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure what browser you're using. Using a Firefox. I'm not sure if Google Chrome got it. I'm not sure. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm using Firefox Developer Tools
Yeah,
or Developer
let
Edition.
me see.
I'm not sure there's a difference between this one and the regular
Yeah,
one.
they got something. Yeah, Google Chrome have something called filter.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so I guess it's like if you search something, it'll actually go to it on Google
Is is,
Chrome.
is that is that what you use personally?
Filter.
No, no,
Well,
no.
I actually.
Google Chrome.
Oh, Google Chrome. Yes, I use Google Chrome to
Yeah, I
test
need to get on
everything.
Google Chrome, bro, because Firefox, I've used it forever, but Google Chrome's just better, man.
Yeah, I have Firefox and Microsoft Edge too, but
Oh,
Google
you
Chrome was
gotta
like
have all
my
three,
main.
man.
Yeah, I know I got Firefox, Edge, and Google Chrome, but Google Chrome was like pretty good because it pretty much matches what everything else is almost. You just have to put in like for some styling, you have to put in the uh the dash and then not the dash, but the the dash and then the M to O Z for some for Firefox stuff. But that's like CSS in general. Hey, hello. I think your connection is breaking up a little
Oh,
bit.
oh no, I'm here, dude.
Oh, okay, yeah, I couldn't hear anything.
No, no, I wasn't saying anything. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Because my
messing with this.
screen, yeah, my screen was frozen, so I thought the thing was frozen.
Oh snap! No, 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 no. I'm still.
Okay,
I was just messing with the flex direction.
gotcha.
It broke it. I broke it. Oh no, it's good. Let me check the. Let me check. Let me check. Hold
Yeah,
on.
it could be something else too.
Oh
But
no. Oh wait, hold up. Let's see. No, no, I didn't. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I did break it.
it might be inside of it. Let me see. Let me see if I can get to it real quick. Mm-mm.
You know, dude. You know what you should check too? Check on the side menu because it's still on my screen. It's still not minimizing.
Uh, have you tried instead of minimizing like the window? Have you tried actually going to the developer tools and then going to the actual a tested mobile device? Because you can actually emulate how mobile device look on the developer tools.
No,
Believe
no,
it is
no. I got it.
yeah, okay.
No,
Uh
I didn't. I didn't do that yet though. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
uh
Oh,
okay, so it's still not
the
showing it.
the
Oh,
menu
there it
though.
is. Yeah, that and then you just gotta change that only because you have it, you know. If you reload the page, it'll fix that CSS that was changed earlier.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Reload the page. And now, yeah, I wonder why it looks like that. There we go. And then you just click on the icon. But that's what I had so far. But I didn't add anything else to make it. Like, cause what I was saying was making the icons look more like they, in place instead of just randomly pasted in there. But I was just testing out the minimization of it.
Yeah, it looks nice, dude. I like it.
Yeah, cool. But like you said, you see how you got to scroll all the way down to get to the part
Yeah,
time parts. Yeah, so I
yeah,
gotta somehow make that look better.
that's cool. So all right, so dude, uh, let's see. What I wanted to talk to you about today was I kind of want like for people in the future who are gonna come in and like just kind of like collaborate and see what we were working on at the moment and like how everything works. Would you just like
Mhm.
run down to me what's like the code and whatnot? Are you on your phone or the computer?
I'm actually on the phone right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the phone. I had something happen to my files.
No, oh, your
So
phones. Okay, I thought you were gonna
yeah,
say your
so
new
I
computer, bro. I was gonna be like,
oh
oh my
no, not the
gosh,
new
no,
computer, no. Because I
for
was
real.
syncing something for some reason. Some of my my goat file for one of the websites I was making is like acting really weird. So I'm like transferring everything, and it's like taking forever to do on one of them. So
That is kind of weird.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm not even developing on Windows anymore. The only reason I'm on Windows right now is because I have Zoom on here. But dude, I'm totally on Linux right now. Completely like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, dude. I'm not even like I'm on Ubuntu. Remember I told you I had installed that, dude. It's freaking awesome. Like,
Oh yeah, that's
when I
cool.
download Free Code Camp, the offline curriculum on Windows, because every time I would always get a new error, new error, new error
Mm.
with freaking Linux, dude. Oh my gosh, 12 minutes and I'm done.
Yeah. Linux and a Mac have like like not the same issues as PC. Like the Windows computer I'm on now, I think the issue is actually kind of related to my OneDrive.
Mm.
I think what it was doing was trying to pull like updated files from one the laptop I have, and then for some reason it's pulling some updated files from the desktop because they're both linked to the same OneDrive account. So I'm not sure if maybe it was trying to it gets it's duplicating like a file or something like that. I'm not sure,
Yeah, you know what?
but
That's exactly what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's exactly because I would have to take a look.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably what it is though.
But listen, this is what happens with OneDrive, right? I'm gonna give you a quick explanation on what OneDrive does, dog. It's really weird. So what OneDrive does is it makes like a copy of your folders, right? So let's say
Hmm.
I tell you to make a directory on your desktop, right? Well, that would be difficult for you to know exactly which desktop directory I'm talking about because uh,
Yeah.
if you have OneDrive, what will happen is OneDrive will have a copy of your directory, and if you like, let's say you were in the terminal doing an mkdir, and you created a new, I don't know, workspace folder, right? Uh, well, you wouldn't like let's say you created it and it didn't show up on your desktop, right? Like on your desktop, the one that you see. That the reason is
Hmm.
because like sometimes it'll make it in the other one and it won't show up on the actual, on your
Yeah. I
local
think
desktop.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I think that's what happened because my laptop was having issues with finding the dependencies for the GOAT files, the
Hmm.
GOAT SAS, and like the GOAT concat. And for some reason, it would not work on my laptop. So I was changing stuff up. But what I should have did was go back to my desktop and just copied the file from a flash drive and just did it from there. But it was like I don't know, it was acting so crazy. So what I'm doing now is right now I'm still using the SAS, but I'm not using GOAT and Webpack yet. I'm just making the SAS and then manually typing in the commands on the terminal first, and then I'm going to go ahead and straighten things out later on because right now it's in the middle of like important stuff in on my desktop, so I don't want to mess nothing else up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not going to add Gulp or Webpack yet until everything else
Yeah,
is
when
done.
you install it globally, just make sure that you install it globally, like locally, like and not
Yeah.
Google Drive. And I don't even know how you would do that. Like honestly, what I had to do when I was helping troubleshoot somebody else's thing that was going through something like that, when I was showing him how to use Git, I just told him straight like I don't know what I told him to do. Like I don't think we didn't delete their Google Drive, but for some reason their Google Drive, it was like their main it was like their main it was like their default storage or something. So
Yeah,
we
that's how mine is. It's like if I go to my documents folder on my computer,
uh-huh.
it's actually linked to my OneDrive. So
Hmm.
So I'm guessing that's like making what's part of that issue. But this is the first time I had that issue. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, because if I go to my OneDrive tab, it's the same exact thing. It brings me back to my documents. So I think it's what it's doing is it's syncing like whatever files I put in my documents
Uh-huh.
folder, it's just syncing that to the OneDrive document. So they both in sync. So whatever changes I make on one computer, it should change on the other. But when it comes to like trying to install dependencies and all that, it gets kind of messed up. So
You can just
yeah,
Google how to make it so that OneDrive like you can just Google that like something like
yeah,
how to make OneDrive not my default storage or something along those lines. You'll figure it out. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is because I'm not at your computer, so I don't know if that's actually the issue. But it's something along
yeah,
those lines, like how to not make OneDrive my default storage or something like that. You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure.
So
Yeah,
you wanted me to also explain about the app too, right? Because I can
yeah,
bring
yeah,
that
yeah.
up.
Please.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
Let me open this up.
Uh.
All right, it's already open. So, yeah, dude.
Okay. Cool.
So like, where should I? I'm in the code right now. Can you see my screen?
Yep. I got it.
All right, where should I start? Should I start from the top?
Um. Yeah. You can just start right there.
All right.
So pretty much. Yeah. So pretty much how I started up the added things to the JS. From the last person, all I did was to get the HTML, the JavaScript, and the React courses separately. As you can see right there on the top where it says the const, I just created three separate constant variables right there. So you have the HTML, CSS buttons, the JS button, the React button, and then you go down. It says getting the side nav menu. So right here, I'm just making the mobile part. And then if you go further down, you will see the constant full time. And what I'm doing right here is I'm creating two different sections for the full-time courses and the part-time courses. So full-time right there is going to be the full-time wrapper, and then on the right you have the part-time variable, and that's going to be for the part-time wrapper on the right side of the app.
Okay.
And now if you go down, you'll see creating new div elements, and these are pretty much I'm creating the actual divs for each like course. So the HTML full time is going to have is going to be a div. The HTML part time is going to be a div, and then down you're going to have the JS. So pretty much all I'm doing is splitting the courses that were in one line, splitting those boxes into separate lines. So I'm sorting them out. And then you can see given the new div elements. Let's see right here.
You said the what?
Set attribute. I'm right underneath that is the giving the new div elements IDs. So I'm giving them IDs separately. So you can see that. Uh, and then I'm attaching those IDs to the newly created divs.
Oh, so you're
So the
giving
full time, yeah, I'm giving them like I'm creating the actual divs and
right.
everything through JS because you can't because I couldn't grab them from HTML
Really? So
because
there's
they
no
didn't.
HTML div there.
Yeah, yeah. There's no HTML as far as like the boxes.
Really?
There's
Let me
no
check that
boxes.
out.
There's no HTML for those boxes. They're all created. When I was looking through the JS, they were all created through JavaScript. So I had to
Interesting.
somehow, I had to like do it all through JavaScript in order to grab them. So if you go down, you'll
Oh
see,
wow, it's not in there.
yeah, yeah.
So
There's no box. It's just the section alone. All the boxes are created within that section. So and that's how it started out like that. It's in order to get them to grab them, I had to give them their own entity pretty much in the
so this
JavaScript
is
file.
this right here is an ID. That HTML full time
Yeah,
content. That's an
yeah,
ID, and so what's this right here? Why does it say
yeah.
ID?
So no, so that right there, that's the attribute, and then the HTML full time contents. That's the name of that attribute.
Okay. Okay, so that's an
Yeah. So if you
this is the name of the
yeah, so if you
attribute.
go Yeah, that's the name. And then because if you want to when I created that HTML4
Mm-hmm.
div with through the create element, I had to give that div an ID so that the styling and what I want to do with it will work through the HTML. So what I'm doing is I'm communicating to the HTML document through that JS file. Yeah, and then what I'm doing is just append child. So I'm just appending the full time, which was at the very, which was just like all the way up top. We see the full time wrapper. I'm
Uh,
appending that, yeah, to that.
where,
So
where,
I'm pretty much
where's that at? Where's full time rapper?
if you go up, like if you scroll up, you'll see it right there. Right there it says const full time, and you can see const part time.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
those
full
are
time rapper.
elements. Yeah, yeah, full time rapper and part time rapper. Those are actual elements that's in the HTML code. They were there. But as far as the boxes and everything, I had to create those boxes in JS so that they can be fit into those elements. So you see it full time, and you
Yeah.
see how there's nothing. Yeah, you see that how there's nothing in between that. That's
Yeah.
because all of that is being all that is being appended into that element.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Wow,
because
that's
there were
good,
no
dude.
boxes, so I couldn't touch anything in HTML. Everything was created in JS. So I was like, how can I? Okay, I gotta grab all the stuff that's in JS and somehow try to make them editable so I can like create and mess with it with all I want. So now whoever wants to like mess with the file or the boxes or change the colors or anything, after me, they can just look at the JS file and I have them already separately. I have them all with their own tags and everything. So they can
Awesome.
just go in. Yeah, they can just go in, look at the ID. So if they want to change like the background of the wrapper or the div, they can just look at the JS ID name and just go into the CSS file and just type in, HTML full time contents, whatever.
Okay.
Now, so yeah,
And so,
so it's like, you go ahead, you go ahead.
no, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like it's like looking at HTML, but it's not in the HTML file; it's in the JavaScript file. That was all I was going to say.
Yeah, dude, that's really cool. I didn't like this
Yeah,
is new to me, man. So this is really interesting. So this right here, append child. So basically, we're taking. Would you explain that a little bit more? I think I kind of
yeah,
understand it already. Like I see up here that we have this, and then we have this variable, and then we have the other variable for the full time. We have the full time variable, and so
uh huh,
append child. So I think you kind of explained it already. But just one more. Since we're going down the list, one more.
yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So pretty much, we say full time dot append child, and then you have in parentheses the HTML full time new element. Pretty much, I'm appending that element that I created at the top when I was saying creating a new div.
Hmm.
I'm appending that newly created div inside the full time wrapper, so that on your right in the HTML file, you can see that you see the full time wrapper. I'm appending the content I made in the JS into that HTML div.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. So
Yeah.
basically, I can't see it. I can't see it on this on the HTML. I can't. Oh, what did I just do? So basically, Control F full time. Hold on. All right. So basically, in the HTML, right? I can see this div, and I can see
Uh-huh.
the ID of full time, but it also has an ID of. So it has two IDs, huh? Or no, no. It just appended to the ID is another ID of full time HTML contents.
Yeah, well, when you look at ID and then the HTML full time contents, the ID that's in quotation marks, that's not an ID name. That's the actual attribute because the function is set attribute. So then that can be set to a class. So instead of it being in quotation marks, if instead of it saying ID, it could have been class, and then the
Really?
next
Okay.
after the comma, you can write the class name. So that the one after the comma is just the name for that ID. So it's just it just I'm putting that name in so that it can match with that HTML div. So now everything that is put into the full time element will be put right inside that full time div that's in HTML.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much doing the same thing for the JavaScript and doing the same thing for the React.
Hmm. So this isn't an element, basically, is what you're saying. That's not an element. It can basically be a class, but it's an attribute.
Yeah, so the div,
Okay.
that's the div element, and then it's at the ID, and that's the ID name, full time wrapper. That's in the HTML.
Okay.
So it's like the same thing that's in the JavaScript.
So and then this basically, since you're appending it, this basically, uh, that basically takes over that like that. It kind of like
Well,
takes
that
over.
yeah, that goes inside of that div, that full time wrapper now. So just imagine in between the opening div and the closing div tags.
Uh huh.
Imagine
Okay.
there's another div called with an ID of HTML full time contents, pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah, just imagine it like inside. So if you look into the developer tools,
Uh huh.
you will actually see like the actual elements that's in it.
Oh. I
Yeah.
see it right here. So you created a div, dude. Okay.
Yeah, I created, yeah, but you don't see it in the actual separate HTML file. But if you look, it's actually dynamic. So if you look into the actual developer tools, you will actually see it there. So
Dude, that's really cool, man. That's really freaking cool,
yeah.
bro.
Because in order to keep it, the box is dynamic and everything, I couldn't mess with the HTML
Oh,
because
they're here too.
HTML is static. Yeah,
Dude, it's
yeah, you
right
see them?
there, bro.
Yeah,
Yo, he said I couldn't mess
yeah,
with the HTML, son. I had to use straight JS, homie.
yeah. And you see, I created a different section. That's how I was able to split them up. So now, if you look down, you see the JS full time contents.
Oh wow, dude, there's a lot of this.
Yeah, yeah,
This goes
you
deep.
see them.
Yo, that goes deep. That goes deep, bro.
So like, yeah, so like when you see like the car body and all that, that's from the other guy that was working on it.
Uh huh.
Um, that's in there too. I didn't have to touch his stuff. All I had to do was just make them and just get them separate from each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're not on one line like when I first saw them, but yeah, I mean everything, the hard work was already done from the guy, so I didn't have to do super complex stuff. I was just trying to just make it, style it up a little bit and just separate them. The main goal was to separate them into two columns, so
Dude,
that's how
look
I
at
was
all
able
this
to do
stuff,
it.
bro. There's all this stuff in here that a normal dude that knows HTML would not
Yeah.
have known is here. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the you see where it says like class, like car BG and all that. That's already there. Like all of that stuff was already there before I worked on it.
Yeah, Tip
But
made
it
all
was
that,
just
huh?
that. Yeah, it was just that you couldn't, like, in order for me to get those to be separate, I had to create two columns. So what I was doing at the top in that JS code was, the process was me creating those two columns to get them all to fit. And now when they all was all able to fit, the other guy's code was able to just fit in there too. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it was pretty fun. It was difficult to try to think like, how can I do this? Because I was trying to do it with Ajax, but
Yeah.
Ajax wasn't going to work right because it was getting the HTML files. But since everything was being created in JavaScript,
Uh huh.
for some reason, it just, I don't know, it might have been something with JavaScript, but it wouldn't work. So I used I did it myself. So I just created everything like myself.
So where does so you created this you created the did you create the full time wrapper
Yes, I created that
and then you made
in
the
order.
HTML full time contents too, right?
Uh huh. Yep.
Okay, did you make this row or was this what he made?
No, no, the road, that's what he made. He made everything else that's inside of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just had to get in order to get them separate, I had to create two rappers, so a full-time rapper and a part-time rapper.
Okay. I want to
Yeah.
see where his code
And then you
starts
see the
at.
contents, yeah, and you see the contents, that's what's inside of the rapper.
The contents is okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be up right under above the row.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yep. And you can
Cool.
see like it pulls that up.
And so what is this inside of? This is inside of display content column inside of a section. Let me close this section. Oh, so what happened with the Ajax? Did you just end up scrapping the Ajax?
Yeah, the Ajax is at the very bottom, I believe. I believe I commented it out at the very bottom in case you wanted to look at it
Yeah,
of
I
the
saw it.
JS
I saw a
file.
bunch of stuff commented out, and it said something about Ajax, but I wasn't sure exactly
Yeah, it's like
what was going on.
yeah, I kept it there just in case you wanted to look at it. Or anybody else wanted? It's right there. Yeah,
So this actually, like, this is like we can just get rid of this, huh?
yeah, you can get rid of it. That was what I was trying to do there. It's pretty much like what I did already. So it was trying to do it in like a more efficient way, I guess you can say.
Yeah,
But the issue was because everything was created in JavaScript, a lot of things with the JavaScript, like the page, like if I added the title in there, it would have been added in there in the Ajax call. But the JavaScript squares, like the core squares, would not appear no matter how much work I did to it. Like it just wouldn't show up. So until I know exactly why that was the issue, that Ajax would just have to either be commented out or like just deleted.
yeah, yeah. It'll
But
just have to be
but
commented out in the
the
meantime.
way yeah, but the way I did it from scratch though, pretty much it's pretty cool because now anybody can just grab that stuff and edit the boxes however they want. They can edit the colors of it and anything without having to having to mess with all the rest of the JavaScript.
And you're
See the
using like
variables.
you're using the more modern way of doing JavaScript too, aren't you? You're using ES6 and stuff, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually starting to learn. Yeah, I've learned some ES6, like the arrow functions and all that. I'm starting to learn that, so I'm pretty used to the arrow functions and how it works, and like the kind of the different advantages. But it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same thing. So like instead of you saying let function or whatever it is, it's pretty much the same.
Now,
But it
where was that ES? Where was I remember I asked you a question about it too. I'm not sure exactly where it's at on here, but I remember. Excuse me. I had created. Excuse me. You created a function somewhere on here that I did not.
oh yeah.
Here, let me.
I think I
I'm gonna
remember
find
you
it.
show. think I remember you
There it
asking
is.
us that on the Discord. Yeah, that's an arrow function. So is for the that is for the function for when you click the buttons. So they said the functions for showing the corresponding course boxes on button clicks.
So
So
let me
what
write
I'm
this
doing
out right quick.
there,
How would I write this
yeah,
with regular? Like I'm gonna delete this, and I'm not even gonna. I'm actually gonna just read. I'm gonna undo this. But
okay,
how would I? So I write const show uh HTML uh uh boxes, right? And then I'm gonna type in the equal and then uh
you got the O is big on that one right
sorry,
there.
say it again. Oh, the
I
double.
mean that O in the boxes, yeah, yeah,
All
just
right,
to
so
make sure.
how would I all right, so all right, so I got this part in regular JavaScript. What would this look like?
So pretty much you would write function.
So
So you would type in,
I would erase
yeah. So
const.
you erase const and just type in function.
Oh,
And yeah, and then
no
the
way.
actual yeah, and then just the name of the function with the parentheses in it, and then the curly brackets, and then after that, all the block code, the code block goes into there. So,
Just
and you actually erase that equal sign too.
okay.
Yeah, you erase that equal sign,
Oh, that looks way
and
more normal to me at the moment
yeah,
because I'm not on the
yeah,
ES6. So
and
that looks okay.
that's ES5. Yeah, and that's ES5,
Gotcha.
and yeah, and also with ES6 too. I forgot. I gotta go back and read it, but you can actually do a function all on like one line or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's like slightly different things you can do with ES6 to make like the code less. And like sometimes you can even take out the freaking parentheses. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. But just I got so used to doing the ES6 functions,
Yeah, that's cool,
part
dude. I like
is
that. I
like, man,
appreciate it, man.
yeah, no
Serious.
problem.
Let's see. Let's
Yeah,
see. Dude, you're doing great, bro. That's why I said I love following you on Instagram. Hold on. Quick shout out time right now. If y'all ain't following this man on Instagram, go ahead and check out Chris Leviston on Instagram. I'm gonna leave some links
thanks.
in the description too, man. Straight up, bro. Cause, bro, you make my
Thanks for
day
the
when I
shout out.
see your new project. Yeah, serious. You make my day when I see your new projects on Instagram and stuff, dude. Just like, because I feel like sometimes I be talking to people, and it's like it doesn't stick, it doesn't resonate. I feel like I tell you stuff, and like you're like, all right, cool, and like it might not seem like you're hearing me, but then some work gets done, and then the whole project's made, and then I get to see it on Instagram, which is super freaking cool, bro. I love that, man. Like,
Yeah,
I can't wait to see you get a job, bro. I really can't. Like, that's gonna be an accomplishment for me. Like,
man, thanks, man. Yeah,
I knew this dude when he didn't have a job. Like, I didn't have a job either, and he didn't, but he just does great freaking work and doesn't stop. Like, I
man.
don't know why, he just doesn't stop. He just keeps on coding.
Yeah, and I'll be gone for a while, but then I come back with this, with content.
Yo, he'll come back with
Sometimes,
like five new projects,
yeah,
new programming language,
like right,
database
like right
language.
now, right now I believe like Instagram and Facebook and all that is down or acting weird, so I ain't uploading anything. But I've
Oh,
been getting some
really?
work. Yeah, they've been down, but I've been getting some work done though.
That's
So whenever it's back
exactly.
up, I'll just post post some more pictures.
See, sometimes,
So
like right now, if my internet goes down, I'm gonna be a happy camper. I might not have all the videos I want downloaded.
yeah,
Trust and believe, I have all the resources. I have Free Code Camp, W3 Schools, and MDN downloaded. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
before we get back into it, we're gonna start on these variables are what separates the course boxes. But I want you to see some stuff I have downloaded, homie. Check this, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Like, yo, I downloaded this thing called I have Windows, right? So I downloaded this thing called Zeal for Linux. There's a thing called I think this is called Zeal. No, this is Velocity for Windows, and then there's like Caply for Mac, and then there's Zeal for Linux, right? And
Okay.
basically what it is, right, is it's all the resources you need for a programming language, yo. Yeah, like, yo, check
Oh
this out,
wow.
bro. Yeah, dude, like, so this I basically have the entire because I was trying to figure out how to download MDN so I can have it offline, right? And the way I was doing it, I was just downloading every single page, dude. And that would have got tiring. That did get tiring because I downloaded the
Man,
whole learning
that.
area. Like I have the whole learning area downloaded, bro. I have the entire learning area, the learn web development area on MDN. I got it. I got it.
Wow. It's
I
crazy.
downloaded it locally, bro, because I was like, bro, if my internet goes off, I'm staying on.
Whoa, you got all of them. I see it. Yeah. That's
Yeah, dude.
crazy.
So basically, what this it's a free software, right? It might ask you to do a sign up for the license or something, but it does that once you log in, but it's not required. So yeah, dude, I have all the official Python documentation. Like all I do is see where it says add download doc sets. I would just like click
Uh,
on this, and then there's like literally a list. Like look at this huge list, bro. Hold on, it's loading. But dude, there's a huge freaking list of stuff that you can just download all the look at that.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. This is all the
Yeah,
official
that's crazy.
documentation.
And that's all offline too, or
It's
like once you
all no
download it,
no.
then you can use.
Dude, it's all offline. All of this is offline.
Wow.
I would have to download it beforehand, but
Oh, I see what you saying. Yeah, I see the button right there. Download.
but
Yeah, but
all of
that's
this is offline, bro.
wow.
I gotta download the PHP one. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet though. But
And the app is called Velocity, right?
if you have Windows, it's called Velocity. If you have
Okay.
a Mac, do you have a Mac?
Yeah, I got both. I got Windows and Mac.
All right, so let's see. I think
Yeah.
it's called Kep.
I probably downloaded Windows because I use Windows like my main stuff. Now, I on my Mac though, I have like Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator and all that, so I gotta use that for that. But
Yeah, so for Windows, it's
yeah,
called. So all right, I'm gonna just type in Velocity. So for Windows, it's called Velocity, and for Mac, it's for Linux, it's called Zeal.
Okay. Zeal. Yeah, that's actually a really handy program to get.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the. I'm gonna just click on
Okay.
the Zeal for Linux. For Linux, you have Zeal. For Windows, you have
Zeal. Okay.
Velocity. And then I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. So they actually have the for Zeal, they have the Windows, Linux, and Mac version. So you can just down. Oh wait, no. So yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So I'll click on the link right here for Windows, and it'll take me to it'll take me to Zeal too. But if I click on the Mac, it'll just take me to Capali. Yeah, Cap.
Okay.
So I'm on Caply right now, and yeah. So if I go to Caply, it'll I think at the bottom here it'll which version I need for like Mac, Windows, and Linux. So if like so, just go to capelli.com, or you can go to zealdocs.org. So I would just, since you have a Windows, I would just go to zealdocs.org, download Zeal for Windows, and then download. I mean, for your Mac, go back to Zeal Docs, go to zealdocs.org, go back here, and then go to the Mac, get
Okay.
for Mac OS, and then you would just download this for your Mac. This one. Um, yep. So, dude, and then check it, bro. It's so freaking cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting that. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that.
Like, and
Especially
then
when learning React and all too, learning other stuff. I'm definitely
React is
getting
on
that.
here too. Yeah, I got React on here too.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta go back into React because I've been doing all this stuff like the e-commerce site I'm doing. That I'm not even using like any framework right now. I'm using just jQuery and JavaScript.
And then it's got the guides on here and everything. Like I'm
Yeah.
on some random stuff. Like I'm not sure where exactly. I'm not sure where exactly this React stuff is coming from, but it's got
And I had a recruiter too hit me up.
nice.
But he wanted like good like great like React skills, but it's like I have like none. So it's like, man, I got. And then the dude on my Facebook, he was like, yeah, man, learn React, bro.
Yeah, you'll
He's
pick it
like,
up quick, bro. You'll pick it up real quick.
man,
Um,
because I went into React, but then I like stopped because it's like, man, I don't understand. Like I need to learn more JavaScript. So now that I do
no, no,
know a little more
you're
JavaScript,
fine at JavaScript, homie. You're fine at JavaScript.
yeah, now it is, yeah. But before I was trying to learn React, I was like, man, like this is great, especially when it got to like the state and all that. I was like, oh my goodness. So like, let me go back to the drawing board and learn some more JavaScript and ES6 because I didn't really know that much of the ES6 either.
Yeah, so I don't have JavaScript downloaded on here yet. I have to
Yeah,
go ahead and download that. Like I thought I had it down.
yeah, I'm gonna download. Yeah,
Let me just type in JavaScript. I'm gonna get that.
I'm definitely downloading PHP on there because PHP, man, I gotta learn because PHP makes your site make like what you want to do with your site makes everything like so much better. Like any server side language, but PHP is just like it's made for the server side. Like it's not too. It's not. I mean, it looks ugly. Don't get me wrong. Like PHP looks like apps like garbage, but it's not that hard to actually learn it. Just the syntax look kind of weird.
Yeah, JavaScript's still downloading on here, so I have to wait. But that's because I downloaded like 50 freaking languages at the same time, and then I shut down my computer. I didn't know they weren't.
Oh yeah,
But the cool thing is, you see that bar down here? It's like turning green and stuff. I guess it's still
yeah.
downloaded, which is nice, you know.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's still downloading.
But yeah, I'm gonna close this down, and that's sealed, bro. That's freaking
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah,
yeah, man.
I'm gonna get that tonight.
Oh, it's working in the background, so I'm gonna just minimize it. And so
And it's a trial version, so is it like a time limit or
no, there's no
it just
limit.
it just
Don't.
limits? Oh, so
Yeah,
it just
no,
limits you to just certain things. So,
that's it, bro. Let's see.
oh, okay,
So check it. I also have MDN offline, so I can send you the MD, like the learn web development part. I because in
okay,
Deal, it only has like the references, which is still great. That's basically all you need is the references. It has all the references for JavaScript, and then for the CSS, it'll take you to MDN too. Here, I'll show you CSS. I think I have CSS down. I don't have that downloaded. I downloaded a bunch of stuff at the same time, so it's all still downloading. But
yeah,
If I was on my Linux OS, I'd be able to. show you that. But then I have W3 schools downloaded too, right? Uh, Actually, I think I download. Yeah, these are my personal. I went through every page on W3 schools and like downloaded all that. So that's what that is. But on my Linux distro, I have it all. I have like everything, like the 2019 version.
Wow.
Yeah, I have. I just downloaded one. I can send it to you later. Actually, I'll upload it to
Okay.
because I have the W3 schools and I have the free code camp. Uh, I'll just upload the free code camp video. So if you ever want to download free code camp on like Mac or something, I'll just put it in like download free code camp for Linux or Mac,
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
and
That's fine with me.
I'll upload a link to the video. That way I don't get like some copy stuff because it's a YouTube video.
Yeah.
But that's about it for that. I don't really have anything else. I have the whole JavaScript.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, thanks for showing me that because get some more resources for PHP is like a must now. The
And
SQL. Once I learned SQL, I'm like, okay, this is nice. But then I was like, man, now I gotta actually be able to display and like post stuff to the databases I made. So now I was like, man, I gotta learn more PHP in order to do that.
yup,
So
yup,
it's
that's
like,
exactly
man,
what it is. Dude,
because if I'm able to display stuff from a database, then I'm straight. Because what I'm doing right now is just inputting the prices for my merchandise
really? So what do you mean you're input it? You're
like so I can do it either in JavaScript or just a basic HTML. But like if let's say like if I wanted to display the price from a database instead,
yeah.
I can just go to the database and just change a certain price up there, and it'll change everything on the site without me having to do everything one by one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can do that in JavaScript too, but I want to learn more server side. So I want to learn how to like display anything. So like if you could display like the current time, you can do that in JavaScript too. But like if you want to display like the current weather, that I did in PHP a while back. But like you can do that. So like I made my bank app. If you log into it, you can actually see like it'll tell you the current weather. But right now it's like linked to my location, but it'll tell you like the current weather. Like it's just certain little things that I want to learn in PHP. So instead of me having to type the price of something up or use JavaScript for
Mm-hmm.
a certain price, I want to
Mm-hmm.
be able to just go into PHP and display a prices of certain products. And then if I need to edit a price or if I need to say this price is out of stock, I can just go to the database and just edit it from there instead of having to go straight to the code. I just go to the database
Yeah,
and just do
dude.
it.
And that's why. So you what stack do you have downloaded? You have MAMP.
I have WAMP.
You have WAMP. Oh, so you're on Windows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude. I would bro. Have you downloaded that Linux distro yet and installed it?
Uh, Well, I haven't downloaded Mint yet. I still haven't gotten to it, but I have. I'm pretty used to Mint, so whenever I got the little laptop right here, I just gotta start it up and delete everything and go.
Yeah, dude.
Put
Just go
the
ahead and download
yeah,
Lubuntu, bro. I mean, it'll be way
yeah.
quicker
I want
and
to.
smaller, and so
Yeah,
like I'm not
yeah,
sure
because
if you
that.
ever have like issues with like if you like install like Ubuntu or something or anything.
No, yeah, I never had any issues. It just right now I've been doing. I've been working on the site. Like, man, I gotta get to this little laptop because this little laptop that I have, it was only like 150, but the RAM the not the RAM but the hard drive space for it was like just 32 gigabytes, and I was like, what? That's it? So it's like it's on Windows, and you know how much
Oh
space
yeah,
Windows can
bro.
take.
Don't even
Yeah.
download Linux Mint because Linux Mint is still pretty bulky. Download just
Oh yeah, it is.
you can delete it if you want, but just try it out. Try out
Okay.
Ubuntu. It's
Ubuntu. Okay.
Ubuntu with the L in front of it. Try out Ubuntu. It's like a lightweight Ubuntu.
Okay.
It comes with everything you need and nothing you don't need. Right? I wish I could show it to you right now. I think you might have seen it before because well no I
Oh
don't
yeah, yeah. I seen it. Yeah.
yeah
I was looking through a list of like different. I was looking through a list of different distros. And right now, for that little laptop, I need something that's super light, like something light.
exactly, and that's what
Yeah,
Ubuntu is. Ubuntu is like the most lightweight you can get. I think
Ubuntu.
it's probably like two below it in lightweightness. It's like it's almost there, but it's not Ubuntu. And then there's like a few things above Ubuntu, but still, it's like like I don't see the reason to get them, like because just I'd rather just stay as close to the Ubuntu. because everything works for Ubuntu, right? Ubuntu is
Mm-hmm.
that distro. It's like everything works for it. And Ubuntu basically follows suit. It's basically Ubuntu 18.04 LTS without all the what do they call it, the bloatware.
Gotcha. Yeah, bloatware. That's what they call it.
And that's what
Bloatware.
makes your computer go slow is all the extra stuff that you don't need that's running on there.
Yeah, because Windows ridiculous when it comes to that. They
Oh
include
yeah.
so much garbage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but for some reason Windows doesn't like it actually works though. Like sometimes I'll install
Yeah.
Ubuntu and Ubuntu, it's like crazy. I'll give it all the space it needs. I'll give it it'll still go slow, bro. Or I should at least on this computer it will, which makes no sense to me. But I don't ask questions. I just download a smaller distro.
Yeah.
It takes
Hey,
like
I mean,
literally a minute
man,
to download too.
Like Windows has gotten a lot better like over the years because I remember
Oh
so
yeah.
many people was talking about like you see how where right now, it's a lot of people that code on Macs and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gotten to the point where like, I mean, Macs is like super expensive, number one.
Yep.
But number two, I mean, like Windows aren't really that bad. Like, Windows computer used to be like actually terrible back then, but now they actually gotten a lot better to code
Yeah.
on. And then Microsoft is taking the initiative a lot too. Like, making like they changing pretty much. Like they're changing and trying to be more for developers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was behind their decision with buying GitHub because Microsoft bought GitHub a while back.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But I mean, Macs, they're not bad either. They're just now just they're becoming kind of too expensive just for a person that's just trying to learn the code. But
Yep.
then when you think about it, it's like Windows and like Linux and all that. I mean, you can. The only thing I don't really use Linux a lot is because as a designer, you can't
Yeah.
really like
Yeah.
get like Photoshop the Adobe. If they can do Adobe on there, then I'm all for Linux. I get Linux in an instant. But other than
I'm not
that, right
sure if
now,
this will help you out, but I think I've showed you this.
I know they have like I know they have like GIMP and all that. I try
No, no,
using
no,
GIMP
not
and
not GIMP.
Inkscape.
GIMP is ugly, bro. Like,
Yeah, GIMP is
what's it
terrible.
called? I forget what it's called. There's this thing that I use in the browser, Photo P.
I know there's another. It's an app too called Vecteezy.
No, no, no. This isn't an app though. All you need
Photo.
is
Okay,
you need an
Photo P.
internet. Yeah, all you need is an internet connection for this, and check it out. It's free, 100% free, all this good stuff. Uh, Wait for it to load. It looks just like Photoshop, but you do need to be online for it to work. I think
Okay.
if you like log offline and the window is still open, it'll still work though, which is
Oh, it looks kind of like Photoshop. That's pretty good.
yeah, dude.
Cause that's the issue that I have with like GIMP and Inkscape and a lot of other photo editing programs. They are just too different and foreign to me, I guess. Because
Yeah,
maybe because I just been using Photoshop a lot. But if they was able to do like what I'm seeing right now, just put things where it would have been like if you was to use Photoshop, like just make it look the same, then it'd be easy for me.
yeah. I like this export as too because I can
Yeah.
all I like instead of like trying to find somewhere online to like to export like a PNG to a JPEG. I would just go on here, export as PNG, JPEG, SVG, whatever I really want.
It looks more user friendly too.
Oh yeah.
It ain't like all like mess all over the place.
No, this is the beat right here. Like, I don't, I don't like, I don't pirate stuff. I don't go and download torrents and nothing. Or I don't see. I don't even know. I don't even
Mm,
profit proper lingo for that stuff because I don't do it.
yeah.
Like,
And then
I
you
don't
gotta
do
think
it.
like how you gotta think about the hard work like developers putting in, especially like for like Photoshop and Illustrator. That's you know all that hard work for that is just crazy. Like like I used to pirate stuff, but then I like stopped because like man like I can't be keep doing this over and over again. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do
Yeah,
because
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like just for Photoshop and all, it's not super expensive. Like for a subscription. If you're doing the photography plan, I think it's like $10 a month or something like that. That ain't bad.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it might be cheaper than that, I think. But Yeah,
But
I remember paying
in
10.
case I'm not sure how this compares to Photoshop, but for people,
It looks pretty much the same. Like the tools are pretty much in the same spot. You got the gradients and all. You got the pen tool. The pen tool was like where the pen tool at? I see the brush. There, with the pen. It's right underneath the text icon, the T. But yeah, I mean, it has everything there. Like GIMP, there was some stuff missing, and then the commands wouldn't
yeah,
be right either.
yeah, I
But
can't I can't. The cool thing is, you see this right here. It actually converts it. I guess you can convert it to a GIMP file too, or a
oh yeah,
PNG, XD, anything really.
yeah, it's
But
nice.
yeah, I
Oh, it
just
got
can't.
raw files too.
Yeah, I just can't. I don't want to. I'm not gonna say I can't deal with GIMP. I just don't want to deal with GIMP. Like
Yeah, I
it
stopped
looks
getting
too
I
ugly.
stopped dealing with GIMP. I downloaded it on my computer, and then I tried using it. It's like, nah, I can't.
Right?
So it's called photop.com. Let me actually write
Yeah.
that down.
Photo and then PEA.com.
Yeah, let me write that down.
I would write it down, bookmark it when you get a chance.
Yeah.
You know,
Matter of fact, let me go ahead and bookmark going right now. Yeah, because it looks pretty easy because it don't look like a bunch of random stuff just floating all over the place.
here just for uh,
Photo.
testing sake, I'll drag a picture in there. You see it at work.
Yeah, yeah. It looks just like Photoshop because I'm on my computer now. It looks just like it. That's what I wish all the other editors did. Like look close to Photoshop.
Right?
It's possible.
Now, the only thing they got to do to make this, it's at like 99% right now. To get that last point, all they got to do is it's at 98%. The last thing they got to do is add a mobile app and a desktop app. And they're,
Oh man, they be straight then.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna look on a mobile though. I mean, it probably work great on tablets on the phone. I don't know about the phone, but the tablet it'll work. It'll work
That's what I'm
fine.
saying. They got to figure it out. It's at 98%
Yeah,
right now. To get them last 2 points, they got to figure the rest out. I ain't giving no
man.
pointers because I don't know.
I want to do something like this too in JavaScript because it's kind of
Oh,
like how
dude,
my
that would
text
be
editor
insane,
is.
bro.
Like,
That would be super cool,
yeah,
man.
because I can make the user interface like in HTML and CSS. It's when it get to the JavaScript part, that's when it's like, man, okay, now we're going in deep.
See, this has so much.
But
I don't even. I took like 2 years of Photoshop, bro, and I'm not gonna say I hated it, but I didn't want to do all that designing and tinkering and
no, yeah,
making stuff look.
and it
That's not
makes
my
yeah,
thing.
yeah, it can make if you're a web developer though, it can make like life a lot easier though.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Oh,
but yeah,
let me
it
show
is.
you one more thing, right? Here, check this out. I
Especially with trying to resize images, man, and like lower the resolution just so they can load fast and all that.
Oh yeah, you know what? I never really thought about that, man. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you could
I've
use
never
a
been
site
one.
called it's a site called tinypng.com. That's a good site too.
Oh, to make it smaller, right? Yeah, I'm a bookmark,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. TinyPNG. It has I think it has like a panda on it. I think.
Bookmark that just in case, man, because
Yeah,
do be
yeah. That's
needing
the
stuff
site.
like that sometimes.
Yeah, all you do is to drag your file, your images, just drag it in there, and then it compresses them and turns them into PNGs, and then that way you can just redrag them back into your folder, and then they actually load a lot faster because they're compressed. That's what I need to actually do soon with my e-commerce site. Right now, I just have like the full-fledged high resolution on it, so and I can't really tell the difference because I'm testing it on a local host, so I don't you don't really feel no
Yeah,
slowdown. But once it
yeah.
gets to like the actual web, that's when you start seeing the slowdown and everything.
What was I just? Oh, I was getting ready to show you Adobe XD. Have you heard of like Figma or Adobe XD?
Yeah, Adobe XD for some reason, I am having issues with downloading it on Windows.
Yeah, don't even worry
Uh,
about Adobe XD. Adobe XD is second class compared to Figma.
okay. Yeah, I heard Figma and Adobe XD. Adobe XD, I could not download it at all on Windows. For some reason, Windows always will make it crash. I'm
I
not
don't
sure if
know.
maybe it's just my computer or what, but I look, so many other people was having the same issue. So I know I'm
Yeah,
not the only one.
Yeah, don't even worry about Adobe XD. Like I said, it's second class compared to Figma because Adobe
Figma. Okay.
doesn't work on Linux, but Figma does. So when you get to a job, right, more than likely the job is going to be using Linux operating systems at the job site, just because that's an ideal development environment. Now,
Gotcha.
that means that you're not going to be able to use Adobe XD um, because it only works for Windows, and I'm not sure if it works for Mac, but it only works for Windows from what I know. So basically,
Okay.
that's a letdown right there. So
Yeah.
Figma, on the other hand, is cross-platform. It works on Linux, Windows, etc., and it basically does the same thing. And it even has a tutorial at the beginning that shows you how to use, how to make the wireframes and stuff. All right, so let's get back to that's Figma, Figma.com. I think that would be super helpful.
Yeah, that'd be a lot easier to do than Photoshop because what I used to do, I used to on Photoshop, I used to like if I wanted to like make a mock-up of a site, I would do it on Photoshop, but the process is just like it'd probably be a lot easier on Figma.
Yeah, so take note on
'Cause I
that
know
too.
Figma, yeah,
You have that photo.
yeah,
You take
Figma
note
is
on Figma.
specifically designed for that. Yeah,
I think that would because I'm not sure what you're doing, but I think
yeah,
if you're actually making mock-ups, that would and like you said, you don't want to use Photoshop, but you want to make like mock-ups, wireframes and stuff. Go ahead and download Figma, especially if you're having issues with Adobe XD.
yeah.
That way, you can just
I'm a
erase Adobe XD from your mind.
yeah. I haven't even fully used it because of because it kept crashing. So
Right.
so yeah, Figma. I was looking for alternatives, but I didn't really know. I heard of it, but I didn't really look at it. So
Yeah, so
I'm
my
a
buddy, these are some React guys. They basically they were my buddy recommended to his company that they use Adobe XD, but so they were using it like on their Windows, but then he hired his buddy. He got his buddy a job there too, and his buddy suggested that they use Figma because they have systems that are Linux there that they weren't able to use it on. So the whole company basically switched to Figma.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go ahead and start using Figma for my mockups, because I right now it's some sites I did mockups for, and some sites I didn't. But I want to start putting that in my process. Like for every site I do, make full mockups of it. Because what I do, what was for most of my sites, what I have done is just straight on just start designing in the HTML and CSS.
That's how I do it
But
too,
I want
man.
to, yeah, I want to build like do the designs to the mockups just to have something for like web design portfolio or whatever. Just
Exactly, and that would look so good on
yeah,
your resume and your portfolio.
yeah,
You were saying just to have a bunch. If you have like at least like five, if you have five mock-ups, that's more than the dude with none.
yeah, exactly.
With what you're doing, dude, you're gonna have a freaking ton of mock-ups, dude. Like especially with your text editor and stuff like that. If you have a mock-up of a text editor, dog, like that's insane.
Yeah,
I don't like
and then all I gotta do is pretty much I can just like snapshot them and just put them. But I want to start. Yeah, I want to start making that a process though, so that way with my mockups I can like I'm building a UI portfolio too and putting it on my site
I
instead of
gotta
just
start doing that
projects
too,
just being
man.
put up. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
about to download Figma right now, and I gotta make a note to myself to download Figma on Linux because I still haven't like I don't make mockups and stuff, but I like you said it's really good to do, so I need to start to. Um,
yeah,
I need to take note right quick. Opening my notepad.
yeah, man.
All right, I got that note. All right,
But yeah, with that with the sorter app,
yeah.
that was pretty much the main goal was just getting them all separate and giving them their own like element and everything.
So all right, so what's next on this? Like where
Yeah, so if you
all the way up?
go down past where you see all like the const HTML, times.
Yeah. What is all this? Why are we going past that?
Oh right here, where your mouse at? Yeah, okay, so the mouse that You see what's that const HTML full 12 a.m. and then you have like brackets and then the actual time, the course, the full time and then the time.
All that right there.
That I didn't do.
Okay.
It's the block underneath it. Yeah, it's the block underneath it. Like if you go past the build selector, yeah, that stuff I didn't do. So I didn't have to touch any of that because that's for like the times, just the what you call it, the titles and the times and all that.
So what is all this right here doing though?
Yeah, so these are variables to actually separate them. So what I'm doing here is separating the boxes in their own category. So I created a study selector HTML full category, which would be for the HTML full times. And then I have the HTML part time. And then it goes to study selector JS full, and then you have the JS part. So I'm pretty much now what I'm doing is separate them into the categories so that when I would click, when you would click on a certain button,
Uh-huh.
those will only show. Yeah. So like if you clicked on, so that this was an important part too for when you click on HTML and CSS,
Like this
it
right
only
here.
brings up, yeah, it only brings up the HTML CSS. So like click on React, it only brings up React. So that those were needed in order to have them come up. So that this is like what I was trying to do in Ajax, you know.
Yeah, dude, do me a favor. When you get back on, just delete this whole thing right here. Just delete that and delete the footer too. Just delete them. I don't want them there. It's too much
Okay,
space. I
okay, yeah,
feel like I'm limiting your development
yeah.
environment, bro.
Oh, it was fine with me. I just had to just work on that spot. But yeah, I can delete them.
Yeah, but I
Whenever.
don't like just
Yeah,
for anybody really. Like for it's limiting my development environment too because I have to scroll down
yeah,
and then if I'm on,
yeah. You got to
I
scroll.
gotta
Yeah,
see this big old bulky what's it called? This bar right here. Nobody wants to see all that stuff.
yeah. The footer. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. That it'll look better too.
Yeah.
It'll look better.
I want this to look as close to TweetDeck as possible, like because they have it down pat. That's Twitter. They got it. Like
Yeah.
they're done.
Yeah, I saw. I went on Twitter. I saw how Twitter designed it too when you when you showed me how it was. Cause
Uh-huh.
I didn't know a tweet deck even existed. I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, dude.
And
I
I
didn't
looked.
know it
I was like,
existed until
oh
like a
wow,
month before that too. Before Elliot told me about it, man. He put me on.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, Elliot told you. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
He's a Twitter. He's a Twitter professional, dog. He should get a
Man,
job at Twitter. Hey, yo, Twitter, if you're listening, hire my boy Techie Elliott, man. He's working hard in the code.
man.
He represents for real. He don't play.
Yeah,
Um,
man. I was
like
looking at TweetDeck and was trying to someone implement it, but not too much the same.
no, I want it
But
the same,
but
dude. I
yeah.
want like not you know what I'm saying. Like not the same,
Yeah, I mean, well, just
but the
from with the
same.
content that we have, yeah, the content
Yeah,
that we have, yeah, because you didn't have all. I think I remember you saying about how you able to drag the columns and all that. You didn't
yeah. We
really
don't we don't
want
need
to
all
use
that.
like
Yeah,
that.
we don't need
Yeah,
any of that.
yeah. So I was just trying to make it basic,
Okay, yeah, you're on
somewhat
another
based off of it,
level.
but basic.
Your thinking is on another level of the functionality. On the actual. No,
Yeah,
no, dog, no. Yeah, that would be like whoa. But besides that though, like to have it so that when it to have it like theirs, so that when you're on mobile, that when you slide to the left, that it does like not so the part time is underneath it, but so that the part time is just like to the right of it.
yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah,
You said that's just
and that, yeah, but the JavaScript now it's easier for other people to go in and code what they need. So like whoever comes in and want to work on it after me or whatever,
yeah.
they can just look at the elements I created and then they can just go
Yeah,
ahead
dude,
and
bro, we have like, I'm not sure if I showed you, but in our like in our, on the website, we have like the two buttons and stuff where they can apply. Bro, there's like
Mhm.
250, there's more than 250 people on standby, and like I think like 64% of them, and I'm talking about the coding groups, not the study groups, but the coding groups.
Oh well.
64% of them. So that's more than 125 people want to be working on a JavaScript project. So I need to hit them up, bro. Get them on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. It's like you went
That's
to
one
how many people you said?
like about over 125 because
125? Yeah.
over
That's
100 because
yeah.
there's 256 286 people that signed up for it, so 64% of that.
Yeah, that's nice. I think my name is in one of them too. I think I was testing out the form and how other people signed up for it.
Oh yeah.
I think mine's is in the HTML. I think it's in the JavaScript box.
Oh wait,
Like if you type, if you
not on the main website, right? But you're
yeah,
talking about on this?
yeah. Is
Oh
is
yeah,
my
it's
name in
there.
there?
Oh cool, you can put
Yep.
the at sign in
Yeah, I
there.
was just yeah, yeah. I was just
Oh,
putting.
that's a
I didn't know
Discord
like how
name.
to.
All right.
Yeah, that's a Discord name.
Yeah, that's the
'Cause
official.
I saw some people's Discord names that was already in the group was in it. I was like, oh, okay, so it's pretty much like you can just add your name. Okay, let me add mine's in there. So that's what I
Oh
did.
snap! I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
Laugh. Yeah, I think he just. I think no. These are just test names. Those are just tests.
yeah, those are test names. Yeah, and then some names. So I looked through it. It was some people's um Discord. I think if you go on like the HTML or something like that or the React,
Really, yo, I hope nobody like got confused and like put their actual Discord names in here.
uh,
Like think
I mean it doesn't matter. Yeah,
no, it's all right. It's cool.
uh, it was probably just me.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Um. So all right. What's next? What's next? All right. So what were you saying about this?
Yeah, so what I was doing there is just separate them into different categories, not columns, but like categories. So
Okay.
now, if someone was to click on the JavaScript tab,
Right.
that the JavaScript full time and part time contents will show up in the wrappers. The two wrappers are created at the very top. So it's just if you look at the developer tools, you will see inside of the full time wrapper and part time wrappers, you will see divs changing as you click on them in the developer tools. You actually see them dynamically change. So
Do that right quick.
you'll probably have to open the one of those divs to see them. I believe it is. Where is it?
Is it a side? No, it's not the side nav. Displayed content.
No, it's yeah, it's in the display content area. Yep. And then you will see what's a full time wrapper. Okay, there. And now if you click on like HTML,
Okay.
yeah, you see how it changes.
I see the
But the yeah,
changing.
you see I say HTML full time contents, and if you click on JavaScript or React, that div will actually change too. So you right where your mouse is, if you click on
Okay.
yeah, so if you click on something else, it'll change. Should it's adding stuff in it. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's pretty much what that code is. Just giving them their own category now. So now that function, the button function, will work with those squares. So I pretty much was working around the other guy's JavaScript, so I didn't have to touch any of it. I was what I'm doing is putting a mask over his work and like improving it, like trying to improve upon it and just adding stuff. Because that's what teamwork is just adding more stuff.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's basically how JavaScript was built, huh?
yeah, pretty much.
Dude, that's cool.
That's pretty much how every open source project is. Pretty much. Someone comes in, add what they want. Someone push it. Someone else comes in, add what they want, and it just become real. It just become a finished product
So
by the end of the day.
eventually, I'm gonna take this. This is like more of like a question, like statement question, like something I kind of want to do, but like should I? But like, is it? Or I don't know. But eventually, we're gonna take this and turn it to PHP or something, huh? Like that's what I'm gonna have to do, huh? Like if
Uh,
I'm,
oh yeah, with the wasn't there someone else working on the PHP version?
yeah,
I believe.
yep,
Yeah, yeah. You can do it in PHP probably too. I mean, I was because I'm not really too 100% sure about backend yet how
yep.
that's going to work, but by looking at the form looks like it works with some backend technology because anybody can sign up and it goes through that. But the boxes, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I'm
I
not
would
sure
like to
either.
see how it looks. Yeah, I would like to see how it looks in PHP.
Yeah, that's interesting, huh? Maybe
Yeah,
since JavaScript's always gonna be on the front, maybe that part would still be JavaScript, but
yeah.
uh
I mean, you could probably do it in PHP as well. Like anything you could do in JavaScript can pretty much be done in PHP.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Know that.
pretty. Oh yeah, and this PHP is like server based too, so it's like like it's easier to find things for server stuff, I guess, for PHP. Because when I was trying to look up like Node.js and how to do Node and all that,
Yeah.
like it gets kind of confusing for me personally. Like it gets confusing to me. Like somebody else probably have better knowledge of how to use Node, but
Really? That's interesting. I'm
yeah,
surprised to hear you say that.
yeah, no, just because it's like a whole different process. Like it, you may like I may be like I may have experience in JavaScript,
Yeah.
but when it comes to like Node.js, it's like
Yeah.
a whole different ball game to me.
Okay.
Yeah, because even though the language may be the same language,
Uh huh.
the process of how to do it all server side is like kind of crazy.
I hear you.
Like I'll probably
That's
look more
interesting.
yeah, but PHP, I kind of like PHP right now just because like it's more for me it's more simpler to understand. Like
Yeah. Like.
even though the syntax looks weird, especially coming from JavaScript, the
Yeah.
syntax looks kind of weird, but I don't know, maybe because I'm thinking, well, it's specifically designed for a server side,
Yep.
production is going to be easy. So
That's probably exactly what it is. Like, it's actually a server side. I'm not gonna say job, but it was designed to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
what PHP is. It's designed to be like a server side language, and it's designed to be, like a web. You know,
yeah. And JavaScript try to do so much. Like JavaScript try to do like you can pretty much do anything in JavaScript,
right?
especially when Node was introduced and everyone started using Node. Like when it got to that point, JavaScript can pretty much be used for everything. Like you can make a full fledged. I heard from somebody you can make a full fledged
Operating.
desktop program from
Yeah,
Java. Yeah, like yeah,
yeah,
it's
with
crazy,
you can do that with Electron.
man. That's crazy. That's crazy. So
They
it's like,
got
man,
what's crazy to me is that you can do machine learning and freaking virtual reality and
yeah,
saying like I think you
but
can even
but
make your
you
own
don't.
blockchain with it, dude.
Yeah, I heard of that too. But you don't see a lot of people doing that. They probably on like Python or something doing that, the machine
Yeah, dude,
learning
that's why I
because
can't wait to get
because
done with this so
Python
I
was
can learn
like
Python.
yeah, yeah, Python. I remember years ago when I was like younger, I looked into Python and was looking like how variables, this basic stuff, how it was
Yeah,
done. It was
I
like,
love
man,
how
this is like
Python
one
looks.
line. Yeah, it's like one line. Like it looks more understandable. It's kind of like
It is, in my
yeah,
opinion.
it's kind of like what's not I wouldn't say like it, but I remember when I was like after I was learning like C++,
Yeah,
and I was looking at other languages like you had like I was looking at like Python, I was looking at Ruby,
yeah.
I was looking
Python
at a
and Ruby
bunch
are
of
both the best beginner languages I hear.
yeah,
Besides maybe Smalltalk.
yeah, and I agree because Ruby it's real close to like human language, like you like it's real close to human language. But I don't have that much experience with Ruby. I was just looking at how it looks compared to other languages. But yeah, Python is like I was looking at it. This looks super easy to do. Like it would like declare like certain things like variables or functions, or whatever. It can literally be like 2 lines.
Yeah, dude, I love the way Python looks. Like that's why, like honestly, like I'm learning JavaScript, right? But I'm thinking about just going through the whole W3 schools of Python, like in like a day
Mhm.
or 2 or 3, and just knocking that out, just because I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like how pretty it is. It's kind of like
Yeah.
to me, it feels like choosing like I don't know. To me, it feels like choosing between that hot chick and that chick with the messed up leg.
Oh.
Like the
Oh
girl with the
man.
messed up leg gonna love you, bro. With that,
Yeah. Yeah.
even if it's just for a week, dog. I want to pick it up right quick. Like, take it for a test
Oh
drive
man.
and yeah.
Yeah, man. I know what you're talking about, man. Man.
Yo,
But
I
that's
don't want
yeah.
people
It's
that's
that's
listening to get the wrong opinion. I'm not that judgmental, but
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And that's how it is too with because I was thinking when I was thinking in either like Java or PHP for server because I know some people they be doing server side stuff for Java too as well. But I made my mind up. I'm doing PHP because it's a lot easier. But like when I was doing like C++ in Java, and like just experimenting with different languages, just looking through them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I like Java a lot, even though I haven't even coded it. But I just like
It's probably
how I
because
just like.
you have so much. I don't you know, like I said, I don't have experience with it, but it's probably because you have so much control with it, and it's like, you know,
Yeah,
you probably like the fact that you're getting more experience with like a lower level language too, you know, and the fact that
that
probably in the future you'd be able to, you know, make your own mobile.
yeah that too. And not just that, with Java, there's so many jobs for Java. Like
Yeah,
there's like a ton of jobs for Java.
really, that's interesting. I
Yeah,
have to take a look into that. I didn't know that.
yeah, but C# is pretty similar to Java too as well. Like it's really similar to Java. And
What?
C# and .NET down in like in Chicago, it's like jobs like crazy for C#
Yeah, you
and
could probably
.NET.
get a job at the army or the government, you know, with
Yeah,
probably get some government contracts with .NET.
yeah,
But you know,
yeah. So it's like, man, I'm a focus on web development
yeah, just learn one
and make
language really
and make sure not
strongly.
to get all tangled up.
And I
I used
think,
to do that a lot when I was younger. You'd be all tangled up. Like, I want to learn this. I want to learn this. I want to do this. I want to do that. But
yeah,
now I got real good. I got real good with JavaScript and HTML, CSS, SAS, all this stuff. And it's like I really like it. Like I really want to stick to it. And then once I
yeah,
get real good at it, then I can move on to like something while still retaining, web development knowledge.
yeah. Keep picking up SQL and PHP though. You know, just
Yeah. Yeah.
because
SQL,
in my opinion,
man,
you
I
have
thought it was gonna be
JavaScript
hard.
down, even though you know you're always going to be learning your entire life
Yeah.
that you're in this. You're going to be learning. But I'm pretty sure. Can you connect to an API with JavaScript?
Oh, yep. I
All
can
right, yeah, go
I
ahead
can
and pick
connect.
up
Yeah.
PHP and SQL and just have some fun with that, man. Like you're doing
Yeah.
projects, just keep it up, man.
And I found out with PHP connected to a API is actually easier in PHP.
I bet. I don't
Yeah.
disbelieve it. I believe it.
Yeah, because I did. That's what I did with my weather when I was bringing up the current weather on the
Yeah.
site.
Uh
It was literally like a few lines of code, and I was like, "Damn!"
huh.
I was like, "Man, the
Yeah.
JavaScript got nothing on."
Would have been like mad
But
functions or something. Mad,
yeah,
mad stuff, mad blocks.
I forgot what the API name was called, but it was like
See, I don't know how to connect
it was.
API yet. I'm gonna get there though.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Especially what I do now. I'm starting to do Ajax now and jQuery. It's literally like a few lines. It's like if you looked at that JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript of that Ajax code that I did at the very bottom,
Uh huh.
all those lines you see with jQuery, you can do it within like one line. It'll be
What?
like you would do
Oh, with
like you
jQuery.
do the yeah with jQuery. It's not in that, but with jQuery, it'll be the $sign, and then you will do like you will select the element you want. So it'd be like in quotation marks, it'd be hash, whatever the name of that element is, dot load, and then you will type, and then you put in parentheses the page you want, and that's it. That's all like that. That's like one line of code.
Yeah, dude.
So
I
that's what
can't
I'm doing.
wait till I pick up jQuery and.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, jQuery is that it could save time a lot.
Have you done any work with Vue.js at all?
Vue.js, no, I haven't at all. Not
Yeah,
one thing, not one bit.
I hear that it's replacing jQuery or something. Like I hear it's like the new, like that jQuery is kind of like, you know, like everybody's kind of like stopping to use it and like people are picking up.
Yeah,
Vue. I'm not sure, but you know, I'm still gonna
yeah.
pick up
I heard
jQuery just for
Yeah,
job's sake.
I hear mixed opinions on jQuery because some people say, well, it's old and but at the same time, it's like
It's still
when you look
useful.
at jQuery, yeah, it's still useful too. But if you when you like jQuery has become like JavaScript pretty much. Sometimes I make the mistake at saying, well, this is some JavaScript, but that's actually jQuery.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like it's like one now. Like
yeah, it's cool because
it's
like
so
you,
prominent. Yeah, it's so prominent in web development that people
yeah,
just consider it, as JavaScript.
and it's cool that you understand it because like there's people out there that just don't. They're gonna follow the crowd and gonna move straight to Vue or something, and they're not gonna pick up the jQuery.
Yeah,
They're not gonna learn either one of them, and so
yeah, exactly. And that's what I was starting to do. But I was like, let me stop and learn. Let me like put one foot in
and
front of the other.
I bet you
It's
since you
baby
knew
steps.
JavaScript, it wasn't that hard at all either. It was probably easy
Oh, heck,
and
it
more
was
more
easy.
time consuming. I mean, not more time consuming, but more you saved more time once you picked it up.
Yep.
Um,
And that's why I had stopped React, because I was like, you know what, let me go back, learn some more ES6, and learn how to really like code in
how long have you
JavaScript.
been
Like
working on
really,
JavaScript again?
it's been
Been about a
quite a
year or
while
two.
now. Yeah,
All right,
almost
so yeah,
almost about
go ahead and start picking up React too. While you're learning PHP,
yeah. I want to say it's like six
bro.
months. I want to say maybe like 6 months. Some with JavaScript
Oh, that's great,
and
dude.
learning basic. Yeah,
So
eight six six to
one,
eight something like that.
so dude, you know what you got to do too, bro. I'm not gonna say what you got to do. You don't have to do anything, but you know what you should do too.
Yeah,
Or what would be
yeah,
beneficial, bro? If you since that job was telling you to pick up React, I think
yeah,
maybe you can do it on W3 develops or just do it on your own project. Just download the Create React app or however you want to do it. I don't care. But just, work on some React stuff. Maybe try refactoring W3 develops this code into React, like that issue. Or, just whatever you got to do. Pick up some React, go to reactjs.org, pick up the React, and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Go
yeah,
Camp React. It's really small. I'm sure you'd probably knock it out in less than a week, bro. Like, cause my buddy,
yeah. And that it.
he was working on
Oh, you go ahead. You go
JavaScript for
ahead.
about 3 months, right? Or 2 months. He was working on JavaScript for like 2 months. And right now he's got a React job. And so
Oh, wow.
after he got good at JavaScript, he spent a month on React. Now people say, "Oh, I've spent 5 months, 6 months just on React." Well, dude, that's because they didn't know JavaScript. If you
Exactly,
know
exactly. And
JavaScript,
that's
you're
why that's
not
why I
gonna pick up
stood. That's why I
React.
went back. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
went back. It's like let me get as solid as I can in JavaScript. And then when
Mhm.
I look at other stuff and like look at like React now, it's like, oh, okay, now I understand this now. So now it's like
Mhm.
I'm getting close to the point where it's like it's time to hit React. And that's what the other guy was telling me. He was like, learn React because like he saw my JavaScript, and the sites I be making now. He was like, start learning React because like a lot of jobs looking for React, like a lot.
Yeah, I think it would make your projects easier as well. I think for
Yeah.
stuff that you make a lot of single page. Even your portfolio, it's a single page website, isn't it?
Yeah, and I actually used React. That was during the time when I first was trying to learn it,
Yeah.
but I didn't really know what the heck I was doing.
Hmm.
But that site is in React, and when you
Yeah.
get
So
down
just go
to
back
the
through it,
project, yeah,
refactor the
yeah,
code.
yeah,
Or you could just start it from scratch again, bro. However you want to do it, just while you're picking up the PHP and SQL, uh, I think it would be beneficial for you to just keep up because technically, you're not. It's not like you're learning a new language. You're still learning JavaScript. It's just a framework of JavaScript. So it's like
yeah,
it's not nothing new. Even though it's new, it's not nothing new because it's just you building. It's just you keeping on practicing what it's what I'm saying. You know how they say you don't use it, you lose it.
yeah. I already know. I know exactly. I
Yeah,
know exactly how that is.
yeah. So it's basically
I know
keep
exactly
on
how that
using what
is.
you got and just keep on building upon that foundation. But also, it's kind of like stacking bricks. Your JavaScript brick
Yeah,
be stacked up. So you know what I'm saying. Just while you start stacking up your SQL and PHP bricks, just keep on stacking up that JavaScript brick with the React and stuff at the same time while you're stacking up the other two as well. It'll
yeah.
the
And it's
simple.
crazy too. Like it's crazy. Like it comes to me now quick ever since I've been like just learning, just keep learning.
Hmm.
Because like when you it's hard when you first start because your I guess your brain, your mind is not used to it,
Yeah,
so
it's a
you
language
keep
you don't
coming back.
understand.
Yeah, exactly. But now as you build up and keep just building more knowledge on top of knowledge and past knowledge and stuff, it starts becoming second nature pretty much.
You know what helped me kind of realize what JavaScript was? It's like I thought it was all these words and stuff, right? That's what confused me. I thought the const and the h but no, what JavaScript is JavaScript is this what is it? What's this thing called? This equal sign right here. It's this bracket right here. It's this, single quote.
But where
That
oh
that's what
yeah that
JavaScript is.
yep, that's the bracket. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't realize that this is what JavaScript was. The whole time I thought this is what JavaScript was. So once I watched this video, it's called like JavaScript the weird parts in 3.5 hours on YouTube. Like and he kind of explained that to me or something. Or maybe it was The 10 days of JavaScript. It was one of the two. It was one of the two. I think it was the 10 days of JavaScript. Yeah, it was the 10 days of JavaScript. Uh, once I watched that first video and he explained that to me, that this is what JavaScript was, I felt such a relief off my back because like you're sitting here trying to learn, you know, document query selector and all this stuff, but you don't realize, oh, there's a that period right there. That's what JavaScript is.
Yeah, that's the method, I believe they call it method. They call them methods. So like in document, you have when you do the dot query selector is part of that, is a method, part of that document function. I think that's what it is. I gotta go back on my terms, but that's a method of a function. So like, and then you can create methods and all that. I was like, what? Like I was reading like you create. So like if you create a function and it's like when I first started, I was looking like, man, what is all this nonsense? But then when I started learning more and learn like you can actually create your own stuff. So like I'm starting now to with my functions. I'm starting to use functions more now. So instead of me like doing everything manually and all that, so like instead of me like if I wanted a certain page to be a certain color or whatever on,
Yeah,
you can actually turn that into a function and then call it whenever you want to at any point of the
that's
code.
interesting.
Yeah, like you can it. But what I like about JavaScript a lot is communicating with the look of your site. So HTML, CSS, and then when I found out you can actually create CSS in HTML in JavaScript, I was like, oh, well, this changes everything now. Like I can make everything more dynamic because
But
in
this,
HTML it's all static. Like you can't change HTML like dynamically, like it's static, it stays like that. And that's how I was able to bring those course boxes and everything and put them in their own category and all that, because with JavaScript you can do that. You can make things dynamic in JavaScript. HTML and CSS you can't.
right?
Let me on. But CSS animations, I mean, you can do it, but JavaScript turns like it changes the whole game.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. It's an actual programming
yeah,
language, man. You can
yeah.
spend people can spend years on just HTML, CSS, and they're not really learning programming. They're just learning a style sheet language and a markup language, and they're languages
Hmm.
of themselves, but they're not necessarily programming languages. And no matter how much
Yeah.
you want them to be, they're not because they're not making stuff do dynamic stuff. Really, you can
Yeah, and I can
a little bit,
understand
but
too. Like some people, they can have like, I know some people, they be like, man, CSS is just so hard, but they like code in JavaScript. Like they know they like, man, they real good in JavaScript, but then they get to like CSS, and it's understandable because CSS is like there's so
big,
many
dude.
things in CSS.
CSS is big.
Yeah, it's like there's so much stuff in there. Like there are selectors and stuff in CSS that I like. What is? I didn't even know this even existed.
Ain't it? That's
So
the
it's like
truth, man.
I just like playing. Yeah, the goal is just playing around with it. That's the goal. To seeing what does this.
Hmm.
Like when I was looking at not flex, but the hardest part for me in CSS was relative. So I'll do like position relative and position absolute. I didn't understand any of that when I first started. I was trying to figure out like how did that even work? But then once I started really understanding it, I noticed that like if you did position relative, then you put a semicolon, and then at the bottom of that you can position how you want that element to be at. So you can type in top colon and then a number or like 5 pixels or something, and then I bring it up. That'll put like that'll bring it up like 5 pixels or something. I didn't understand how that worked, but now I understand. Like, oh, so now I can put, like, if you wanted to add a notification dot to like a mailbox icon, you use position relative and then position it that way. So you bringing it out of the flow of all the other elements, but like you can position it how you want without it messing with the rest of the elements.
Ah,
So it won't
okay.
be it won't be pushing, yeah, it won't be pushing like certain elements up and down. It's relative, so it's like out of that state.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I didn't understand it at all. I was like clueless on how that worked.
Yeah, you're not the only one. I was talking to some guys in the React study group the other day, and they were actually talking about the exact same thing, dude. Like, Honestly,
Yeah,
for me to figure this stuff out, my best friend is Google.
yeah. Google, yeah, man.
So
Google helped so much. It helps so much, dude. Like you books and stuff like that is fine, but in order to really learn, you just got to start like designing and coding or whatever you do. Start just
Google.
to start, and then whenever you run into an issue or problem, go on Google and figure out why is this issue happening, and then from there, once you learn it, if it sticks to you, that issue will never happen again, and
Facts.
that's how you get better at it. Yeah,
Yup. And then basically when you're writing it down in your code, you're taking note in of itself. So
yeah.
you can always, if you can find it, you can always just go back to the code.
Yeah, and just build projects, just constantly build projects, because that's what got a lot of the JavaScript stuck in my head because I didn't because if I wasn't building any projects as I was learning JavaScript, and if I was just learning it'll fly out, it'll just fly out the window. All the knowledge I had would just
Hmm.
go right out the other ear,
That's
right out the other side.
that's what it is, man. That's exactly what.
Yeah,
That's how you make it stick like peanut butter.
yeah,
Yep.
but yeah,
Project.
that's pretty much it. And then past those other code, you can like scroll down.
Okay. So we
Yeah, just keep scrolling.
const HTML full time.
Yeah, all that I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do any of that.
What
That
is
I
all? What
just
is
left
all
it
this doing
alone.
again? Are these
So, which ones? The one
like
where it said const HTML4 and then the
uh
time.
like all this stuff?
That I didn't. Yeah, well, that I didn't do. But that actually adds the. I believe that adds the text or the type inside that box. So that gives those boxes. So you see where in quote, it's like in not quotations, but I forgot. Yeah, it's like a single quote that adds that text to it. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So that creates that HTML and CSS content and the full time and then the time of it.
And then
That
one last
creates that
time, what
string.
is
Yeah, that's a string. That's a
what it,
string that goes to the box. Okay, you said what?
for the last time? What does this do right here? That const build document quick. That's just selecting that ID of build groups.
Yeah, yep, build groups, yep.
Okay, and then you explained what all this is, right? These variables are what separates the course boxes.
Yeah,
So,
yep. Those are what gives them their own categories.
okay,
Yeah, you go all the way down. There's some more stuff I did. Those are like the functions. I can probably refactor those functions
okay,
because right now they're like both with like a bunch of stuff. But that's pretty much it's like a more compromise than I'm pretty much doing what Ajax would have did. So
oh, snap,
here,
we're on line
when
83.
you
So we're at the ES6.
yeah, yeah. So this right here, those functions are pretty much when you click on the HTML tab, it'll it'll show the full time display. So I'm doing like CSS styles now in JavaScript. So in
Okay.
those full time and part time, you got the dot style, dot display, and block. So I'm showing those,
So what is
and then I'm
block
showing
though?
the HTML. So block is pretty much like if you was to change that to none, you won't see the full time column.
Really? Okay.
It'll be
Oh,
gone.
so that's flex blocks. Flex box.
Well, it's not Flexbox. It's
Okay.
that's just basic CSS.
Okay.
I can add flex. Yeah, you can add flex in there too, but that's just messing with the CSS of the columns.
So what would if I was to all right? So if I was to write this out in like
So that's the same thing. If you was to do, oh, you talking about in HTML and CSS?
yeah, like how
Yeah,
would this look
yeah,
in how would
yeah.
I write this? Like how would I write that?
So just
What kind of
yeah, it'll be
yeah.
basic. It'll be basic CSS. And just that you won't have the selector because the selector is in the full time.
Really?
So the full time. So if you go up at the very top and you look at the selection that I made at the top for full time, you will type that in. So if you go up to full time, let's see, there it is, const full time.
Yeah.
It's like right above that. It's right above, yeah. And you see, it will say full time wrapper.
Um.
That's an I. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an ID. So you pretty much do that the same thing in CSS. So right inside the style div, you'll type in hash and full time wrapper, and then the curly brackets, and then you'll type in display block. So it's the same thing. This just does it in one line because it's already been selected and everything.
But you didn't. Oh, okay. So you didn't do that. That's just what you did. That's how you would do it. If
Yeah, that's how you would do it if you was to do it in just the CSS.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but that's all being done in a function.
Now, how is
So
this?
it
How is that targeting the full time?
if you so if you look at the where do you go? Let's see. So it's targeting it because remember the full time that full time
Oh yeah.
is part of the wrapper. Yeah, it's part of the wrapper.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm selecting that. I'm just calling its variable name. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, so that's for all. All right. So let me type in full time.
Yeah, yeah. It is full time. And you see where it says none, display none. I'm pretty much blocking out the rest of the content. So like none of the other content will show up on that left column, but the HTML when that HTML is clicked.
Okay. Now where?
Yeah, until I get Ajax to work, you wouldn't need any of that stuff.
Okay. So here's the full time, and you appended it to the.
Yeah, the element I created. That's
Okay.
all. So yeah, and then you can see it too on the developer tools. You'll see it. You'll see you'll see it all in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check that out.
Because if you go to developer tools and you go to the style section, you'll see block. You'll see it all in there.
Is it in the W3 develops CSS?
Well, actually, no. If you actually click on the tab, so if you click on HTML and CSS,
If I
the tab at in the site, it'll be in the site.
Are you talking about in the inspector?
Yeah, inspector. Yep.
And then click on. Let's see.
And then if you go to your right into the next section, right under the filter styles,
Yeah.
and then you scroll, you can actually see if you scroll down. Let's see. I'm not sure.
Weird about this.
I'm not sure.
Sometimes the
Yeah,
styles don't show up.
yeah. Because it'd be like pretty much you'll see like its style. It'll say like block and all of that, but
Like even now,
I
it's
mean
not showing up,
it's
right? That's weird. Is it
yeah.
on Firefox or is that just something?
I never had that issue with I never had that issue with Google Chrome.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. I need to
Yeah,
switch. I'm switching to Chrome. I'm about to delete Firefox. Well, I'm not gonna delete it off my Linux, but I'm gonna just develop on Chrome for now on, bro. Cause Firefox
yeah.
tripping me out, bro. Like people be like it's like a ghost.
I think you
People be seeing stuff I don't be seeing sometimes.
yeah they be seeing. I remember you told me that there was another guy that was helping you out with something. I
Yeah,
think you said yeah, and then you talking about like elements like wasn't showing up. So,
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's crazy on Firefox sometimes, man. But that's what we gotta go through
yeah.
sometimes, man.
But yeah, all it is the functions, and I think that might be it. Oh yeah, other than that, it's the switch statement I made at the bottom. It's like it's underneath the Ajax. There's a switch statement. Oh yeah, those are the course icons and all that. Here, there's the switch statement. It's right above that Ajax,
Okay.
which I pretty much just took those if and else statements and just translate them into a switch.
What are you talking about? This right here?
It's gonna be no, not that, but it's above the Ajax, so that all that commented out code, it's gonna be all up in here.
Okay.
See where it said case, yeah, like case and break and all that. That's all. That's that huge switch statement.
Now it says for React technology chosen. What is this? What is all this for? Like I don't get that. Like I don't know what that's for. Like all this is for. What is all this for down here? Because it says for React
Yeah, so
technology chosen.
so these are for if the person was to click on the React button. What that does is it's switching the it's switching code that the other guy had before me,
Yeah.
but it's just a switch statement. So it's just like imagine if that was an if else. So like if you know else, it's just that it's just I'm doing cases and breaks.
Okay. So is it currently in use?
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, all of that is.
Okay.
Are you talking about the comment where it says for React technology chosen and you see all those stars?
Oh yes.
That's a long comment. I was just making it more obvious. When you scrolling down, you can see the different sections.
Yeah, I just didn't
So
understand what the comment was saying though. Like for React technology
uh,
chosen, I was thinking.
that's if you was to choose React on the
Oh,
side on the side menu. Yep. Yeah,
I
that's if you
got
was
you.
to choose React. Yeah. That's it. That's all it
Dude, I
is.
thought it meant like, yo, if you guys ever convert this to React, you can use.
Oh, no, yeah, that's all.
Bad,
That's
bro.
like, and I did the same thing like for
Oh,
JS.
okay. I didn't even look at that.
Like you will see the JS. See, so I said for JavaScript technology
For
chosen.
HTML
I
technology
tried to think of
chosen.
a better. Yeah, I
Nah, it's,
tried to think of a better name, but I couldn't really think
no,
of it.
that's straight, bro. Like
Yeah,
sense now. I didn't get it, but it makes total sense now. Honestly, a better name would be like if the user clicks on CSS button.
yeah, yeah. I said it did something like
like,
that.
like you gotta think about it for dummies. Like me, you gotta think about it for me, dog. Like you're right.
I didn't want it to be too long, but like, man, if it makes it easier, like it'd be easier
Yeah,
for me too. Because at some point, I may forget, like, oh, what does this mean?
yeah, dog. I was confused. I was like, yo, so do we have React? I'm sitting there whispering to myself, yo, do we have React on here? Is
Yeah.
when we get React
Sometimes
on
I
here?
got, yeah. I be commenting like a caveman. I be,
It's cool, dude.
yeah,
All right, so
yeah.
run me through the rest of this right quick because you could probably read this right.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can go down slow,
Okay, so we're
go down there.
at E3. So all right, we just went through this right here. Uh, would you want to reiterate this right quick? This is just for like you're doing like CSS right here and stuff.
Yep, CSS, and then that's pretty much. I'm just changing styles. So I'm showing only the HTML content. Everything else I'm displaying as none, so you won't see anything else
Okay.
in the left column. Yeah, and then when you go
What do
down
you
to the
mean? What do
next
you mean?
code block,
What do you mean in the left column?
that's be full time.
Okay. Okay. I see what you're.
Yeah, yeah, and then you see the part time, and you see full time and part time,
Then we have an add
full
event
time.
listener. Click show boxes, and that has to do with that up here, right? That has to do with this code block. All.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the HTML CSS button dot add event listener, click show HTML boxes false. That's doing with those functions, like that function up top. And it's
Okay.
pretty much repeating that same thing. That's all I was talking about, like refactoring it, so I don't have to be repeating the same stuff over and over again. But
Oh, and then we have the same thing with showbox.js, showbox
uh-huh.
boxes, and it's all basically the same thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, for dummies, bro, how does this work? How does so? All right, so we have the full time, but is full time a variable?
Yeah, full time is the variable at the top. That's connected to the left column, full time column.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
you created a show React boxes variable, or is that a function?
Uh-huh. So that's a function. So that will go so for show React boxes, that's
Yeah.
going to show React boxes. The full time React boxes is going to be on the left side, and then you got the part time React boxes that's going to be on the
So
right
how is
side.
this function and how is this how does this function? How does this function work?
So it's all with the add event listeners. So you
Okay.
see, yep, it passed them. So it calls that function, and everything inside of that function happens. So it
And what
calls
does that
everything.
and what
It
does that
changes the
do?
styles.
So that instead of using Ajax, you did this.
Yeah, I did that pretty much. Ajax pretty much would have did the same thing that I was doing. It looks like complete garbage the way I had to do it, but it had to get done some other way until
I
until
don't think it looks
Ajax
that
would
bad. It
work.
doesn't look bad. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know JavaScript though, but I don't know JavaScript like
Yeah.
you know it. But so you're probably talking from experience here. So I'm gonna listen to you.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you will see the course icons, event listeners. Those are just I'm calling the same functions, but for the icons. So when you would minimize the window and it goes to the phone version,
Uh huh.
when it goes to the phone version, those are the icons. I just created an array for those icons. Well, I'm looping through all the icons, and then I'm just putting a zero, an index
Now,
inside of that array.
are these inside of anything, or are these just standalone? Those are just by itself. They're not in like a function, or they're not in anything. Like those are just there.
So those are actually elements that I created to well, not elements that I created, but variables that I've made,
Now, is this
and they
or is this
actually
just
they're
basic
connected
JavaScript?
to, yeah, that's just JavaScript. Yeah, I'm just
Now,
calling the same functions that I made at the top for 'em.
what is? Why do you have up here append groups, and then there's nothing else after?
See, so that's not mine.
Okay.
That's from the other guy. But when I
Okay.
was reading through it, it looks like he called that function. It's a function that he called. He created that function. When you scroll, you see what's the async function, append
Yeah.
groups.
Yeah.
That's a function, and then inside of that is all of that stuff at the bottom. So what he was doing was sorting the study groups and all that, and creating the UL, the unordered list.
So we have const groups list equals await promise dot
Yeah.
all.
So he's calling. All he's doing is calling that function at the top of it, which I found actually pretty helpful to actually learn how to do, because what I was doing, what I do sometimes, I create the function first and then call it at the bottom. When it actually looks a lot cleaner if I just call the function at the top and then create that function underneath it. Just so it's more accessible when you scroll down. You can actually see what functions is being called first, and then you can see the skeleton behind that function. But
Like that's how he did
yeah,
it. So
that's just
I
yeah,
remember talking to him about that. Like why because like in free code camp I think they have you put the functions at the top, but from whatever he learned that they actually put the functions at the bottom.
yeah. It's just a different technique that he
Yeah.
did. But I mean, once I read through, I understood what was going on. I was figuring out when I first was looking at it, like, why is this here and this is, but now wait, this is a function he called. This is just all one big function. I was like, oh, okay, so it's just at the top, and I could just look through his and I'm like, okay, so it's just more accessible to the user, to the person going down.
And then it
That's from
says
what I understand. Yeah, from what I understand, he probably can explain it better than I can. But
so he
yeah,
says this sorts the people this shows the people's names,
yeah, it looks,
sorts them.
yeah, it looks like yeah, source them, and then he says the source the times in two lists, and then it goes down function to pass study group arrays to build strings. So this is like other stuff which I didn't understand the backtick.
What backtick?
If you look,
Oh,
like, you see those two backticks, yeah, those two red backticks he did, that you can actually use to make a multi-line string. Now I didn't know you can actually when I was that's ES6 code. When I went ahead back to learn more ES6,
mm-hmm.
and ES6 you can do that. That's why you have a let and then HTML, because that he in order to do that you need to use the ES6 variable. So what he did, if you look at the commented out code, well, actually, you know what? Go go down. He should have something that isn't commented out, just so we can see it easier. But if you scroll down some more, let's see. Keep scrolling. Here it is. You see where the red text is?
Oh,
We have div class and all that.
yeah.
So this is actually creating like the cards and the color and everything.
Really? Okay.
But if you look at the row string and then the plus equals, and then you see the tick, you see one back tick at the
What
top of it.
what line is that on?
That's line 224.
Okay. So what were you saying about that?
So he's doing a backtick multi-line string. So it's much easier to do because it takes it's like writing actual HTML, but you're still in JavaScript. It's kind of
Oh,
like
that's cool.
yeah. When I was looking at it, it reminded me of JSX from React. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm gonna start doing that because it's like way easier to do. Like if I really want to make it look easier to understand, and when I looked through it, I was like, oh, this is easy to understand. I was wondering like, how do you do that? Because I was doing double quotations mark, and I was like, wait, that ain't no quotation mark. And
yeah,
then
that's
I
a
started
back
doing an
take.
apostrophe. Yeah, I started doing apostrophe, and I was like, "Wait, that don't work either." And then I looked when I went on.
Yeah.
I went to go, I went to go see like, man, what type of thing? And I looked at the top underneath the escape button.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the backtick is. I'm like, oh, he used that. You use that. So I started using that, and then that's
Love
how it
it.
worked. I was like, oh, okay. So now I'm using that. I'm using that now in my projects.
Nice, dude. Nice. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about, man. Yeah, you picked that up, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right.
yeah.
Cool.
And this would be easier too, for my e-commerce because I'm hard coding
Yeah.
the merchandise in the HTML, but if I can just create a merchandise card, just one in JavaScript, and just multiply them and make them all different,
Yeah.
that's just less code that'd be in the HTML. So, and that's pretty much what he did. He created just that one code that's in that multi-line string,
Yeah.
and that creates all the boxes. So that creates like the length, I guess. That creates
Oh, so it's a
that
list
pretty much
item. So that's why he calls it
that
li string.
yeah. Yep, that's pretty much like that creates the boxes.
Oh,
And
wow.
that was
Okay.
another hard thing I didn't understand because if you look in the HTML, those boxes don't exist in the HTML code. That's
Right.
because in JavaScript he created those boxes in it. So I was like,
And so then we have
so once
so we have
yeah,
HTML string, and then we have the double ticks or the back ticks, and then we have
mhm.
string, and then the back ticks, and then we have let ul r, and then
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff too I don't quite understand, but
yeah,
I saw what he was getting to. Once I looked through it, I was like, oh, okay, now I see what this guy do. That's how I was able to get those boxes. Because if I didn't understand anything about those back ticks at first, and that's why I was still stuck on them, getting those boxes to just to grab them and utilize them. Once I understood those back ticks and what it was actually doing, I was like, oh, now I got it. And that's
nice.
how I was able to do it.
So this four right here, is that ES6 too?
That well, because the let is in there, yeah, but you a four loop can be done in regular ES5 too.
Oh, so it's
Instead of it being
is it just
yeah, instead
vanilla
of it being a
JavaScript?
yeah, this is vanilla JavaScript. So instead of it being like a let behind that I, you could just do a bar if you're doing
Well,
ES5.
ES6 is even just vanilla JavaScript, right? It's not because
Yeah, it's the plain thing.
anything that's
Yeah,
a
it's not like a
framework isn't
framework.
vanilla. Okay.
Yeah, yes, because ES6 not like a framework. It's just like an updated version of it,
Now, what is
a
this?
more
What is
improved.
this? Let I equal one and I is less than len, and then I plus. Oh,
Yeah, so
that's a for loop, right? Yeah, I was just reading
yep,
about that. So that's
yep, it's a for loop.
three different parts to it.
Yeah, so he's creating a variable. He's creating a variable I, and he's equals in it to one. So he's like it's equal to one, and then for I is less than len, which is some I didn't see what len was at the top, but he probably declared it early on in the code.
Len
Len, there it is.
or dot
The
length.
array length. So it's the array length. So I is less than array length at like increment I. So he's pretty much like it's looping through the array length, the length of the array that he created. So I still trying to, I get what he's going with the code, but I can't really explain it, as good as probably he could.
Right.
But I get exactly what he was doing. Not exactly, but I get most of what he was trying to do with it. So
All right. Let's
yeah,
see.
but
So we got
it was all just trying to understand. It was all just trying to understand, the code he wrote. And once I got good at what he was doing and learned some more JavaScript, once I learned some more JavaScript, it came easy.
nice, dude.
Yeah.
And so all this that so that all that stuff. That's a function. That's all a function right there, huh? I'm looking at that.
Yeah, all that whole huge thing was a function. See, I was going past it. I was going past it and not knowing it was one function. So
Yeah.
I was playing around with it and putting stuff that shouldn't have been in there in it because I didn't know that was one full function until I looked closely. I was like, wait, this is one full huge box.
Yeah, dude. See, that's why you got to get the on your on. Well, you don't have to, but on your thing, do you have a the the see how mine are different colors? See how my bracket
Oh,
the bracket colorizer or something?
oh, you know what? I don't think do I. Yeah, I don't got that because I'm looking at my code right now. I don't. But
Here, I'll give you the extension, bro. It's
yeah, I don't got it because all my brackets gray. That's because I
yeah.
was going through it. That's probably
Yeah,
what happened. Yeah.
that's how I was able to tell you like it's a function, like that's a whole function because it colorizes it for me, and then his code is really you guys keep your code really clean, so I can see like it's all if I scroll up, it's all in that one line, so it makes it really easy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Here once that loads, I'll give it to you. It's loading right now. The
Yeah. Great. Thanks, man.
I think you can just type in bracket colorizer on the
Bracket colorizer.
yeah, see if that pulls
Yeah.
up what it is. Like that should pull.
Let me type that in. Here's a good
Yeah.
extension too. It's called SQL Tools, SQL Tools.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm using. Yeah, that's what I'm using for my for accessing my database through VS Code instead of having to like go on like instead of having to go on WAMP and doing it that way.
Yeah.
If I want to look at a table or create another table, I can just do it through VS Code.
All right. Hey,
Yeah,
we
that's
got
pretty handy.
like we have like 3 4 more code blocks to go through. I'm gonna be right back though. Give me 1 second.
All right, gotcha.
So you're not watching your nephew today, huh?
No, I was earlier. Yeah, they left a little while ago. But yeah,
Charger. Yeah, my little nephew gone.
there we go. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yep.
man.
Get his little butt out of here, man.
Yeah,
He running around. He
I
got
got other
food.
I got other stuff that I gotta do. So
Yeah.
that once I got because I use I got like a checklist of stuff on
You
this
really?
is app. This is app the to do app
Yeah,
for
dude. I see that
Microsoft.
you have a freaking whiteboard too, man. That's so
Whiteboard. Yeah,
bro.
I gotta write some more stuff on it. Right now it's blank because
Yeah,
I just
that
yeah
picture that picture that freaking that I have of you on Instagram, dog. That tells me a lot about you, bro. That tells a lot about you. Like
whiteboard.
this dude takes
Yeah,
note, homie. This dude takes notes, son.
man.
It's real. That's official, man.
Man. Yeah, I was like, man, maybe give me a whiteboard.
Yeah, dude.
Whenever whenever I get up, it's right in front of
See,
my face.
I was
Oh
doing
yeah, this
construction,
colorizer
bro.
is decent. Yeah, this colorizer decent. I like this. I'm great.
Oh, you found
I
it?
like it. Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna close this because mine's just loading. It's gonna take forever to load.
yeah.
All right, so where we at? All right, so then we have so we went through these backticks and stuff like that. Oh no, we didn't go through this. Make string title R UL. So do you know what this is doing? What this function here is doing? It's a big function.
Um, yeah, he's putting two parameters. Make HTML string. So like this function. So this function is creating the HTML string, and it looks like inside like that where it says like the if title and all that. I don't know what that is. So he could probably explain it better.
All right, so it says
Or
if title.
anybody else that knows. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
like the this.
it looks familiar though. It says if title
Yeah,
includes HTML.
yeah, like the if like the title include. I don't know what that is.
Oh, so
But I see where it says like the BG success, like the color.
yeah,
That is actually Bootstrap.
right.
So you see what it's
We
yeah. So
have
you see like the
Bootstrap.
JavaScript.
Uh-huh.
It
Because
looks
we
like he's adding the colors to the boxes. So you see what the BG
oh,
success. That's the color green in
so
Bootstrap.
yep, that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
Then. All right, cool.
yeah,
That's what line 218 is. All right.
yeah. Like BG danger. That's the red for the React.
Yeah, so that's all that is. That's just the colors.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, that's this exactly how I was reading it. I was picking out little pieces of what I understood, and then that's when I was like, okay, so this is what he did. I don't have to
Context,
mess with that.
context clues, man. Context clues.
Yeah,
You got it.
context clues.
All right, and so then you already explained that this is just
Yeah, and that's more bootstrap. That's more bootstrap. The column SM12, column MD.
yeah.
And, yeah,
All right.
and then
So
yeah, he
hold
was
on.
doing other.
Inside of here, do you notice that there's like some? Is that jQuery?
Uh, yeah, you know what? I'm not sure what that is. I
I think
think
it's jQuery because there's a dollar sign.
yeah,
It.
yeah, the dollar sign. That's what I was thinking too.
So it's calling UL. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn some jQuery for that one, I guess. But
Yeah.
ULR. So it looks like. Does it have? Do you think it has anything to?
Oh, you know what? You know what that isn't. I don't think that is jQuery. I think it's a part of JavaScript, but like it's like instead of saying plus and then a variable or something, you
Huh?
can do that. So to minimize the string, like to minimize the code. So it's like if you would try to like concatenate, it's like concatenation, but he's using those. That's actually that's ES6. That's ES6.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like concatenating. Like so, if you did like a variable, so if one variable had your name, and then you wanted to have another variable called your last name, and you wanted to add them together in ES5, it'll be like first name plus last name. But with that, you can do it like that too. You can use
But
that
what is
instead
the
of
I? What is the I here again? What is the I?
that is that for loop he did at the
Okay.
top.
All right.
Yeah,
I got a lot to
that's
learn.
just incrementing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then we have, and that's basically. It looks like another, some more.
Yep. It looks like those are three. So those are the three cards he did. So you have the HTML, the JavaScript, and the React. I think that's three, or is it two?
It looked like two, didn't it?
Oh, I guess I'm wrong here.
That's cool. Yeah, it looks like two.
Yeah, they're the same thing. Yeah, it's two. They're the same. They're the same elements.
Huh.
It looked like he at the second one he created a row. So this how I was doing it. I was just looking through it.
Oh, it's an if else statement.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see how he got the dollar sign and the row string inside of those two divs?
This right here.
That's well, it's the one on
Oh, right here.
line 238. Yeah, 238. Yeah, because since he's using um since he's using the multi-line strings, he's using the two backticks. You
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah, you can do that. You can put the dollar sign and the brackets, and then whatever variable that's going to be in it. It's like React almost.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
On the only way to do that, to make that dollar sign of that, you have to make sure the string is those two ticks, the multi-line. Make sure it's a multi-line string.
The only way to use this, the row string, the dollar sign with the row string, is to use the backtick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are all huge functions, and then he calls them. So I was looking through them. Just looking at this. I didn't really look at the grab group. I didn't look at that one at all. The one on line 261. I didn't understand that one at all.
Why? Because it has async.
It seems async. I don't even know what async even means. I gotta look that up. But not only because it had async in it, it's just the code within it. I didn't really understand. Yeah, you type in async. The word async before a function means one simple thing. Function always returns a promise. That function only returns a non-promise value. Oh,
You get it?
yeah. I don't know what a promise means though.
Ah, yes. I was going through that too the other day. I was trying to figure out
Yeah,
what a
promise.
promise was.
See, like this still more JavaScript. I gotta learn, but
Yeah, I was
but
actually
picking
I
it out,
literally just went through that
understanding.
yesterday. I'm not
Yeah,
sure exactly what it is, but uh, yeah, there we go. It's an object,
no, that may produce a single value. Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna open that up very quick, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look at this image. For some reason, looking at images of JavaScript stuff like this is pretty helpful to me.
Yeah, I'm more visual too. Like I like to look at stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is making any sense to you. I don't get it.
I think async probably like a more better way, I guess, of making a function.
Are you still looking at this?
Uh, yeah, you go ahead now.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at it some more on my free time. Function resolve, async function, async call, constant along call me. Wait, I guess async is like it's awaiting. It's asynchronous, I guess. I guess that's what it stands for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like it's. I guess the function when it's async is waiting for other things while other functions are going on. I guess that's what async is doing. So like, one function don't have to wait on another function. I guess.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
oh, oh.
that's what I think. That's what that is.
I was just reading about that. Let's look at promise right quick. Okay, so these are just methods, right? Are they methods? I'm not sure.
Yeah, the promise one dot then.
They're
Yeah.
standard built-in objects.
Okay. Yeah. So like the this and all of that, I think that's why I didn't understand it because I don't know anything about async yet. But just looking at this kind of this a base. Well, I'm just bringing up this basics stuff, that I could think of. Like I'm just guessing this function, async function, can run without having to wait or for another function. Like functions can run at whatever time. It just waits. Like it's like asynchronous. So you know,
Hmm.
yeah. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Come eval error. Yeah, I'm gonna look some more on the async my free time.
Okay. Let's see. So, what do you think this is doing though?
Grab group link try cause yeah, like I said, man, I don't even know really.
You know
It
what I
looks
think it's
like
doing? Why does
it's
it say
like it
link?
has something to do with like the yeah, I don't know.
I wonder why. So we're on line 261. Let me see if I can find link anywhere. Control F. I think it. Do you think it's grabbing this link right here?
What the study link?
Yeah.
It probably has something to do with the like an API, I guess. I guess that's dealing with the Google API.
And we have study link down here. Then we have the build link. And, let's uh, let's look up groups list. We have groups list, and it's called times. All right, so we're on 261.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, oh yeah, yeah, because he parsed out the JSON.
yeah,
That's yeah
yeah.
to do with the like
So I'm guessing,
Google
yeah,
API.
I'm guessing he using he's with that code, he's actually grabbing the list of the groups
Yeah.
from the group from the Google form, and he's doing it from that.
Oh, and then
That
he
same thing I
parsed
looked
out
at when I
the
saw that JSON and I saw him parsing the sheet text. It has something to do with that Google form.
form that when he got it, it was like a bunch of JSON, and what ended up
Yeah,
happening is he had to end up taking out what he needed. So he parsed out the JSON into the bare.
he's going through the arrays on this one. He's going through the array and nitpicking out the things he actually needs from that JSON information.
Okay.
That's why you see key within that bracket. He's going through an array,
Why is key in there?
I guess.
What is key for? Do you know?
Key is actually in JSON code. So like if you was to go on an API and you see you put on the API
Okay. No,
what
what
it's
is like
actually doing.
what is the key?
I have to I have to actually look at the actual JSON file.
Okay, yeah, I gotta figure
You have to
out
look at
that.
you have to look at the JSON file and then look for a key.
I wonder how he got
If it's
the JSON file because I haven't actually looked into how he got that.
yeah,
Like 'cause I don't even know that part of
yeah,
the
I'm
process.
still I still gotta figure out like that part of the code, but I didn't really have to do too much with that. I was glad I didn't have to touch that because I didn't understand any. I didn't understand like what was going on in that.
That's cool, dude. I'm surprised.
Yeah, technology commitment, and beginning. That I didn't really know.
Where do you see that at? What line is that? Techno
That's a line 289.
289? Okay, okay.
289. Yeah, yeah, right there.
I kind of get what that's doing. That's
Yeah,
returning.
that might be the technology might be what they're doing. So like it was CSS or HTML or whatever. And commitment is I guess the time I guess I want to say beginning. I'm not sure. Return
Return array up
array.
here. So it's basically returning
Yeah,
all this parsed out JSON data.
yeah, yeah.
And what is this catch error? Catch error. We don't.
So that's if there's an error with it trying to return. I guess if it's not returning the right information, it's going to catch error, and then under that console.log error, and then the actual error message. So ERR, whatever I believe that is just like a basic error message that'll show up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like a basic error message. So you will see if there was ever an error that happened, you will see that error message pop up in the console
Okay.
on the developer tools.
Gosh, I'm gonna be working on this tonight, man.
Yeah. And if you wanted to see it like on a web page, you can
Uh
just
huh.
do like you can just do like uh or on a specific element, you would type in like instead of it being console.log, well, you won't be able to do it now, but
Okay.
if you do like console.log, instead of it being that, you can do like, I don't know, uh dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang. So it'll be in console.log, it'll be like the element dot text content or something. Yeah. It'll be like text content and then that could show up too. So you can actually see it on the web page instead of being on the console. But I don't know why you would do that. I was just saying stuff.
Hmm.
No one wants to see an error message on the web page anyway. That's why it's in the console.
Oh, so it would show. So it would show up as an error in the count in the
In the
bug
console, yeah.
in the console. Okay.
And then once it got to that, then he has to sort people once he go all the way down. Like when it got to this part of the script,
Uh
the code, this is where I got kind of clueless. Like when it got the stuff we just went over, like that stuff was like I didn't understand any of
huh.
that
Right.
stuff. Like
Right.
I
So
was
all this
looking and
stuff
nitpicking
didn't make.
I was nitpicking little things, but
Mhm.
luckily I didn't have to touch that stuff because this was the stuff that I guess works with the form. Like because all of that stuff we going through now is working with that form to come up on those boxes. I know for a
Right.
fact it does that. Once I knew it kind of do that, okay, I didn't have to actually mess with that because I'm not messing with the form yet anyway. Now, once I get if I ever do mess with the form again, I mean, well, if I ever do get to a point, if you want me to mess with the form, that's when I'll look back at this code.
Yeah, eventually we're gonna have to mess with
Yeah,
the form because we're gonna have to switch out all of that stuff. Not all of it, but we're gonna have to switch out. We're gonna have to basically. You see how it just has JavaScript, React, and what's it called, HTML and CSS. We're gonna have.
yeah, on the form. Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have to put. We're gonna first of all we're gonna have to connect. Uh, I'm gonna connect this form to the form that's currently connected, and then in the form
mm-hmm.
currently connected, what I'm gonna have to do is we're gonna have to add more technologies. We're gonna have to add
Yeah. Like I see, like the PHP, the SQL. Yeah, so pretty much like the process he was doing for those for that is pretty much the same thing, like but for the other ones. So yeah, yeah, digital
Right.
marketing.
So we're gonna add these, and then I'm even gonna add before we add these, I'm probably gonna add like five. I don't know. I'm just probably gonna add all of these, all the pick your journeys, all these study groups. I'm gonna just add them
Yeah,
all. That way I don't, and then I'm gonna add the ones that I have in the issues too, and I'm gonna just fill it up, and that way it'll just work, and I don't have to go back and edit again until like,
cool.
factory it to like PHP.
Yeah, the graphics nice. I like the graphics.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you did all of these graphics right here, or you had other people do it too?
No, actually, so the original template had something that looks like just these three,
Uh.
and then these are just font awesome, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Man, I
Yeah.
love font awesome, man.
So they actually I didn't know at the time that they were font awesome until somebody Water Legend Ben he made a pull request and changed up. He actually added this button right here where it's like hide and show. He added that.
Oh,
That's a little bit of JavaScript right there. I didn't know how he did it for a while.
oh yeah, yeah. That's just like my my restaurant site. Man, when I did that the drop down menu. It's just like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like you replacing the child and a parent node.
Oh,
So when you click it, that function is replacing it with the hide button. And now the hide button is there. So when you click the hide button, that button is replaced with the last button that was switched, which was the show button. So
let's see.
yeah, that's how it's kind of like you can do it in vanilla.
Here it is.
Yeah, see, oh, okay, so he did it. He did it with like just changing the class, which you can do too. That's actually a better. You can do it that way too. The other way I was talking, that's a more difficult way I was talking about, like a more like in depth way. But you can do it that way too. But yeah, this is just this is a lot quicker and easier to do because all you're doing
Yeah.
is just adding the CSS and just changing the working class name to hidden
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah,
Okay. Like I said, I still
yeah,
got a little ways to go. I'm getting there.
yeah,
I'm getting
yeah, man. Hey, man. Dude, yeah, like if like about like 3 months ago, if you was to show me this stuff, I wouldn't understand any of this stuff.
Word, man. You be
I would be like, man, what is about 2 months ago? If you showed me this stuff, I wouldn't get like a lot of this stuff.
yeah, dude. I think a great place for you to be at would be to go through. See, we have study groups for this, right? And that's the dude that made all this, Tim, that made the not not that button. That was water. That was Ben. But the dude that made this whole study group script, he was joining a study group. No, he was joining because he wanted to build something. So
Mm-hmm.
what we were going through at the time was this. So I suggest that you go through this, and it's really
Okay.
yeah, just go do a little study group on your own. You know what I'm saying? Just go through it. Each one of those is a page, and you know, right.
Yeah.
He actually has Thinkful trying to hire him, so he's about to start working for Thinkful as a mentor. So just end goals, and
Cool.
that's just some JavaScript to go through, man. It's in the learn web development part. I think go right here, go to learn web development, and then scroll down to JavaScript, and it's right here, bro. Just go through this, and you already know JavaScript, so going through this should be. It'll just it'll teach you some concepts that you don't understand, and also because he even told me like everybody that knows JavaScript already that I have I host the study groups and stuff, so everybody that goes through this they end up telling me like they either get jobs and stuff or they end up telling me, bro, you know, I went through it and it just helped, bro. It helped a lot. Like
Yeah.
and that's the reason I'm telling it to you because other people testimonials of other people, man. So
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
that would be the next
Definitely.
besides the React, studying React, just reinforce your basic vanilla JavaScript right here. Uh, and I just want to show you that. You can check it out
Nice.
developer.mozilla.org and then go to the learn web development part. Let's see. So let's finish this off right quick. Uh, all right.
Yeah.
So
So right under that, um, you have that's another function called sort people, and that's sorting the names of the people in their corresponding course that they picked.
okay.
And then you have the people dot for each person, and then you have the switch statement I have. And this is pretty much just switching the text. Like case, person dot technologies equals to HTML, and you have all this stuff. And person dot commitment equals to that. This is pretty much the code he wrote. I just turned the if else statement that he had into a switch. So it's pretty much still his stuff. I just changed into a switch statement.
So you deleted if else and put case break.
Yep, I put deleted the if and else and just made it into a switch. So switch statements have case and then break. So they have the cases and then they have the break. The break is just breaking it
Okay.
out of a loop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all it's doing.
So, all right. So, what was that for HTML? So that was for HTML. This is for JavaScript, and the next
Yep,
one is for
yep.
React.
Last one is for React. Yeah,
Oh,
and
and that's
then when
it.
we add another course in, yeah. So when we add another course in, then that would be like I add another one just for that course.
So, do you think it's gonna be
Yeah,
hard to like add another course
it's
in
gonna
there?
be like
Huh?
well, as long I probably have to understand more how to work with the form. But once I
Yeah.
work with the form and all, that it won't be that hard at all. It's just that code with how he communicate with the form and all. That's
Yeah.
why I got stuck at. But I mean,
Once you go through that learn web development part, bro, just go through that. Go through it a little bit tonight. Go through like a page a day for the next like
mhm,
2 pages a day or whatever. Just go through it
yeah,
and trust me, it'll help, dude. It'll really help. Like by the time you get done with that, you'll be able to do exactly what he did.
cool.
Because you're already there, bro. So
Yeah, thanks.
once you go through that and finish getting the concepts that I told him to get, like, dude, you'll be freaking, you know, you're gonna be on top of it, homie. So all right, so let me ask you this. So now we're here, and so now I'm thinking about the next functionality that to add to this. So we have to add courses. I mean, hours part right under here. And
Mhm.
how is this gonna happen, dude? How are you gonna get the hours? And then when they click on like HTML, that it just shows them the see how like we have it right now where it shows them all.
It shows all the hours. You just want to show this a specific hour.
Yeah, like just so when they click on HTML and CSS, it would just show the first hour, 12 a.m. And then
Okay.
click in the hours would have to correspond to the HTML and CSS so that it wouldn't necessarily show them the hours for the JavaScript and React. But when they click on HTML and CSS, like you were saying at Ajax, it would like change that hours so that it corresponds with the HTML and CSS hours and not the JavaScript or React hours.
I see. Well, since I'm still trying to figure out how to, since the Ajax didn't work with the boxes until I figure out a better way on how to do it,
Uh huh.
I'll just do the same thing like how I did to get the HTML and CSS boxes to only show. Remember those three functions I did?
Let me go back to the code.
Yeah. Now imagine if those three functions were the hours.
Where are those three functions at? Like right here.
If you go down, you gotta scroll down, keep going.
I'm page down.
There you go. There you go. So you see how it says like the show HTML boxes? You see how some are being displayed as a block and some are being displayed as none?
Yeah.
Now just imagine if it was just the hours. So like I can have a certain hour display as a block while all the other hours are none. So it's only
So
going to
wait,
display just
are
that hour.
are all the is all the courses or are all of these like are all of the boxes for every single for HTML and CSS and JavaScript and React are all those in the full time, but you just showed these four?
Well, no, they're only four only because that's all we had. But like if someone was, how if someone was to create another box,
Uh
it'll
huh.
show up in there. It'll just keep adding in. It'll just be separated from the part time boxes.
Yeah, no. See, I didn't know like because the way that I like I said, I don't really understand. So like the way it sounded for a sec was like that you had like all of them, like all of this, and then all of these boxes, and then all of these boxes, and in the LI, but that you were like
Mm.
not commenting them out, but that they just weren't showing. That's what it sounded like. I didn't see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They just weren't showing. They're
Oh,
not
that's
commented out.
so that's what it
They
is.
just
Though.
Yeah.
So,
The element is actually like they won't exist on this
oh,
on the HTML. So
wow.
like
Okay.
they're actually not there. They're a block. So
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
yeah. So if you was to go to the code in the HTML and CSS function, and if you went to the JS full time display, change that to a block, and you will see exactly
This
what
one
it
right here
does.
that I'm on.
Yeah, you can just change any of them to a block, and then just reload that, and then see.
Oh, see,
See
I thought it
that?
was.
See?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you see, because now it exists because it's going into the full time section. So that's how I did. I just
That's cool,
that
man.
yeah. I didn't hide them. I just put them out of existence in that
That is
area. So
crazy.
yeah, because remember when I first received it, the code. Remember all the blocks was on the same line. Remember that.
Yeah.
So all
Oh
that yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang. So that made it easier, huh?
Uh huh.
Oh wow, dude, that's cool, bro. So all right, I get what you're saying now. So now all you got to
Yep.
do is, dang, that's crazy.
Now all I gotta do is just
Way to
block
do
out.
that.
Just
That's
put
so
the
cool.
non for the ones that you didn't pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
So if
that,
you
bro.
click
I'm gonna
on
give it a shot.
yeah.
Like you do it, but I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
try it, bro. I'm gonna try. Like I'm gonna try that, bro. That sounds like a
Yeah, man.
first project for me, bro. That was
Cool. Yeah, and it's a lot easier to understand it because the code is there now. All you gotta do is just look at the code, see how I did it, and just pretty much repeat the
yeah.
process just for the hours,
So
just
how
for
would
the
I?
hours, and that's it.
What I'm wondering though is like how I would get it. Oh, so I would just I would just copy the code, like, but like how did you get it so that these aren't links?
Oh, I used see, I didn't use Ajax, but that's it. That's the code. They're actually not. See, this a trick, and it's probably a more efficient way on doing this. This is a more like bootleg way on doing it. But pretty much, they're not links at all.
Yeah.
The content just not being displayed.
So even if the
So it's like
page
It's like
even if
smoke. It's like smoke and mirrors. Yeah, it's like smoke and mirrors. It's probably a better way on doing this, but
but I
I
think
mean,
it's cool because it looks like even if the page didn't like let's say I lost internet, I feel
uh,
no. I mean, if I lost internet, obviously I wouldn't. I mean, all right, forget the internet.
you would.
I feel like it would still display though.
Yeah, it will. It'll still display because they aren't separate. It's still the same page. So
Right.
once the page is loaded, if you was to disconnect your internet, it'll still display. I think the only content, no, the content will still be there too. The names and everything will still be there because the page would have already loaded. This is all of these tabs is all on one page pretty much. They're not even set. They're not even a separate HTML page. They're all like in that same page.
Yeah, that's
Like
cool,
the
man.
moment the site loads, yeah, the moment the site loads, all the content is already there.
So let me ask you, like, I think one thing that we would probably have to do is, all right, so the hours, that's the next step. That's like the final step before everything's done, basically. That's the last step.
Mm-hmm.
That hours part. If we finish that hours part, this whole thing's done. And then after that, just to make it look pretty, well, besides erasing the masthead and the footer, if we can just take this, the full time and the part time right here, and figure out how to get it when they get right here, that it just shows, hey, go to the courses right here, or go to the group section right here, and click on what your study group is you signed up for, and then go to the hours section and pick which hours you signed up for. Do you think it's possible that we can change this right here to that since it's empty, or no?
I don't know. It all depends. We could. I probably understand it better too. Once we get close to it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's not an issue.
Yeah,
It's not really a
but yeah, I mean
issue.
anything's possible though, man.
Okay.
If I gotta improvise, I mean anything possible. If you gotta improvise,
Yeah, that's like a last
make it work.
that's like a last that's like the last
Yeah,
of the last. That's like before after everything. Like that's not even like an
yeah,
issue, dude. That's like a non-issue. Because like I really don't care like at the moment if that even does that. But like honestly,
yeah.
like the next step is just the hours, and that's really it, bro. Like once we do the hours,
Cool.
then we can just then I can just start working on that form and connect one form to the other form. And the reason I'm gonna connect one Google form, which is the Google form that's at the original website, I'm gonna connect this form right here. I'm gonna connect these two forms. I'm gonna connect this form to this form. The
Okay.
well, not that form because that's the actual form right there too. I'm gonna connect it to the form that I gave that you have access to, the test form. I'm gonna give it access to the test form. And that's basically because with this form, I'm collecting email addresses and stuff. There and right now, with this whole study group thing that we have going on right now, there's actually there's a vulnerability where they can just go to the JavaScript. Like they can just Control Shift I, go to go to our JavaScript, and then we have the link right here at the top of the JavaScript, so they can just copy
No.
and then they would have access to
Oh, I see
everybody.
what
You
you're
know what
saying.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm
Yeah.
connecting one form, the original form, to this form right here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna parse out the data uh, that goes to this form because I can select what data goes to like when I connect them, I can select which data goes to it, which is pretty cool.
Gotcha.
So I can just say, hey, I don't want the email addresses to go to this Google form.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and just keep it secure. Um, but yeah, dude, I think that's it. So all right, let's that's that with the study groups. Now, once we get done with the study groups, I think that's like the last thing besides the what's it called? Besides these groups right here. Then I'm gonna just make a new one. I'm gonna take the code we have for this, and since it's all
Mhm.
gonna be set up and stuff, like the only thing that I'll have to do here is I'll have to like come here and separate people into groups based on their time zone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna separate them into groups based on their time zone, and yeah, that's how I'm gonna do this one. They're gonna separate, and then you see we have one, two, three, four, five, six. We have six time zones. So we're gonna separate them by which cohort, by which also by which like kind of like by which group they're gonna go to, and then by which time zone they're in. So I'm not sure if that's possible, but that's what I'm gonna have to work on next.
Cool.
But
Nice.
yeah, and all this other stuff can just get parsed out.
All right, yeah. Hey man, it's all coming together though. It's all coming
The
together.
tiers. So basically, we wouldn't even separate it by. We wouldn't even set. Let's see. I want to be a W3 develops cohort as a. So I don't even think we would separate it by that. We wouldn't separate it by this right here. We would just separate it by tier. So
Yeah.
let's see. Where's the tiers at? I think I passed it.
Oh, you just passed. Oh no, it's
Control F. There we go.
what? There we go.
So yeah, we would just separate it by like 3 tiers. The basic JavaScript, basic HTML and CSS and JavaScript. Then we have the intermediate, and then we have. So yeah, we would just focus on web development for right now. So we wouldn't even have to
Cool.
worry about like if they would want to be a coder, designer, and data. We wouldn't worry about that. We would just focus on their time zone and separate them by time zone. And
Okay.
what's the other one? The tiers. So if that's possible, I think first
Yeah.
separate them. Obviously, the first thing we separate them by, I'm not sure. Like, so it would be like non-async. It would be like it has to be in order. Like, and this is
Yeah. Like the functions, like it'll need to happen in a specific order. Is what you're saying?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
First,
Gotcha.
first that would have to it would have to separate by tiers. Then it would have to separate by time zone. So that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
It's coming along.
Yeah. It's coming along real good.
It really is, man. Thank you for your hard work and just your dedication to this, man, and meeting up with me today.
Man, no problem, man. It's helping me a lot to understand JavaScript more because I'm able to read through other people's code.
And
Instead
you know
of
what I'm
having
gonna do?
to read through mine, I could just read through people's code.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send some emails out to I'm gonna write some emails today, and for the people that signed up to be in the coding cohorts for the JavaScript, I'm gonna just message them and be like, yo, if you want to join us, we're working on this right now. This is the current cohort at the moment, so you know. So that way, and then I'll just show them this video. I'll edit this video a little bit to make it
Okay.
um, so that's like we're just talking about the code really, and I'll upload both videos really, like one where it's the entire one and one where it's the edited one. You know,
Nice. Nice.
yeah, dude, just for because we talked
Cool.
about a lot of useful stuff today.
Yeah, we went in depth too with a lot of
Yeah,
stuff. So,
I mean we're
man,
streaming. We're streaming live, right?
yeah, I heard you said and we're
Okay.
live. I was like, okay, cool.
All right. All
I'll
right,
take a look at.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess the last step is the hours. That's the last step. The last step, well, the second to last step is the hours, and then I'm gonna just have to, with the form, I'm gonna have to do that thing with the form where I connect one to the other, and I'll do that. That'll be
Yeah.
no problem. And then we'll just have to add the other study groups to it. We'll have to add, and that'll be it. Then people will finally be able to study together. Oh my gosh, dude! I can't believe.
Man, that's
All right,
great.
all right.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy, man.
Dude, it is, bro. Like that's gonna be so much
Yeah.
fun. I can't believe how many people are gonna help, bro. Like,
Yeah.
oh
That's what I like about like coding, like coding, because you're able to create something that you can use later on. Like for example, like the projects I'm working on. Like the I was saying, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, it's crazy how you can create an e-commerce website that can generate income, and like something you can use, or like you can
yeah,
create a text editor app, an open source text editor app, so other people can use and like build on top of it. That's like, it's crazy when you think
it
about
really is though. Like, and then you can reuse. The cool thing is it's all reusable, right? Like as long as it's
it. Yeah,
non-proprietary, it's reusable. You know what I'm saying? Like people be saying, man, you create. like for example with WordPress or something, right? You create a template or something, you do a project for somebody, and then you can just reuse all that stuff again for the next project, and charge
Yep.
the same amount of money, and then
Exactly.
not even half the work. You're just basically changing a few things here and there, like a template.
Exactly. And that's another thing too. I need to work on like for the things I make, like the functions and the CSS and stuff I be making. I should make that into like little frameworks or whatever. That way, it make my process easier. I don't have to
That's
keep
where that's
redoing
where
everything.
that's where React comes into handy because then you'll have all those
Yep.
components.
Yep.
So go check this out, bro. Have you been to this website yet? Uh,
Uh, no, not yet.
you haven't gone to reactjs.org?
Oh, you talking about React? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you was talking about
Oh, no,
the
no, no.
other site.
No,
No,
my
no,
bad.
yeah, yeah. I've been to React. Yeah, yeah. I've been to React. I've been on that site. That's how when I first started learning it and all. And then I had like this old React book. But
When's the last time you went
yeah,
to it?
the site I actually went to it a couple of days ago. But
Okay.
I'm not actively learning right now for React. But I'm about to start doing it since I learn more JavaScript now.
Yeah, just knock it out, bro.
I'm about to go back. I'm going to go back on the site because I had to remember because I had stopped. I stopped learning React to learn more JavaScript. So it became like casual type of learning for React. So like if I would look at it and whenever I go ahead and try to update something on my personal site, because my personal site is in React. So when I go in there, I kind of don't forget the stuff I learned in React since I'm still working with my personal site. So when I go in there, I may look something up and then add more stuff to the React code. But when I start actively learning, I'm making sure I'm gonna get it. Like I'm gonna go through this site and make sure I'm gonna like fully get it. Like
Yeah,
not playing around type of thing.
yeah, yeah. And like I said, you already got the JavaScript basics down. So this is you can connect to an API. So this is the level that you're supposed to be on. And once you can do this, you're gonna have a job, dude. Just don't forget about me, homie.
Yeah.
Like hurry up and get my
No, no.
because I know you're getting a job soon, and I don't want you to leave me without doing this, bro. For real, like you're done, bro. You're done. You're job ready, bro. You're about to get a job.
man,
Like
man, thanks,
it
man. Cause
sucks. It
that's
doesn't
motivation.
suck, but it sucks because I see you going. You leaving me, dog. You about to get paid, homie. You about to get big dollars.
Man.
Fix my
Yeah,
seat
React will
up,
help me a lot.
homie. Because by the
Man.
time you get a job, bro, you're not gonna have time for this. You're not.
I know. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you'll be learning, but you'll be learning on the job. You see.
yeah.
So
What I'm
like a lot
saying
of
is,
that stuff.
you're not gonna have time to be working on W3 developers when you get a job.
Oh, yeah,
Once you get a job, you're done with this, dog. Like you will be freaking on the job, son. You gonna be
I'll be super
straight up
busy at
on the
that.
job, training on the job, everything, dog. Like it's gonna be you,
Now, unless it's like
cool,
HTML
bro.
emails, then I have time HTML. If
I
all I'm doing is
mean,
HTML
yeah,
emails, then hell, I'd be
yeah,
great.
you ain't gonna get no HTML emails job though. You gonna get like a React. You gonna get a PHP. You gonna get.
Man,
I'm telling you, that's what, I can see it. Like
yeah,
that's what the level. That's the level you're on. You're gonna get one of those types of jobs right there. Like something that's doing something, not something that's like with HTML emails you're doing something, but what I mean,
it's like the same. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It could
like
be repetitive, but
it's
man,
that's too easy for you. Like unless you're looking
yeah,
for that job and like that's what you're actively looking for, that's not the job you're gonna get. Like you, Chris Leviston, you're
yeah,
gonna get a freaking PHP or JavaScript or React job. You're gonna get one of those kind of jobs. Like, that's what I see in you. Like that's just what I see for you. That's the road I see you on. Like I don't see you.
yeah. I need to get on. I need to get on this Java. I mean, this React
Yeah,
real soon.
yeah,
Because I
yeah.
mean,
Because
I'm already ready for it.
are you willing
Because
to
if I
relocate?
to relocate, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it if if
Like if
they
somebody
paying
offered
for
you
like
$80,000 to go work in Texas, would you relocate?
yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, eighty
There you
thousand. I
go.
mean, yeah, as long as long as they they go pay for the the trip or whatever.
Of course they would pay for the trip, dog.
Yeah, yeah,
That's coming right out your first paycheck. But hey,
yeah,
does that matter? Like, does that
yeah,
matter though? I mean, I don't even think it would come out of your first paycheck. They would probably just throw it at you like, huh.
yeah.
Just throw it to you, Take that.
I mean, yeah.
Let's
I
go.
mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I prefer to work close. I mean, I would prefer to work in, in the city, and Chicago I wouldn't mind that either. But I mean, if that's the only opportunity I had, and it's like nothing else, and they
Yeah, if
paying
it's the
like good
first
money, I
opportunity
wouldn't.
you get that's
Yeah,
offering you about 80,000, 60,000, even 50,000, bro. Like, shoot, man, I jump,
yeah,
I jump.
man. I
I,
don't. Yeah, man. I gotta think about that, man, because I like home.
I hear you, but you know
Yeah,
what? The way you got to look at it is, you like home, right? But the way you got to look at it is, your first development job is once you get
yeah. That's the thing.
the development job, bro.
Once,
You
yeah,
work there
once you get
3,
that
4 months, 5, 6 months, bro. You straight.
oh yeah,
You can go ahead and get
yeah.
any job you want now, bro. Like you can
That's a stamp. Yeah, that's a stamp.
mad.
That's what I'm saying.
In your city, you gonna have mad. You can just go look for new jobs in your city. Straight up, like just you get
Yeah,
that job and then just look for jobs in your city. You already have the experience now. You're a developer, a professional web developer. You're a professional programmer. Like now
yeah,
they don't want you anymore. They need you now. Like your first web job, web dev job, they want you.
yeah.
Web dev job, they need you. Like that's kind of how it is.
And,
Like
and then and then it's a step too. I mean, like once you get that first position, man,
that first
and
stamp,
yeah, and then after that, you gonna be having recruiters and everybody calling.
man. Bro, and the thing is, you on LinkedIn. If you're doing what I'm telling you on LinkedIn, just following the people I follow, just follow the people I'm already connected with. If you're doing that,
Yeah,
you already have the recruiters hitting you up. Like if you're building
yeah. I had like three
2500,
so far.
you already have
I
them.
need to follow some more people because I stopped, but I need to follow some more people that you had.
Yeah, 2500 minimum, man. Just go down the whole list.
Yeah,
I don't follow nothing but developers and maybe some.
yeah. And all I do on LinkedIn too is just post like the stuff you see on my Instagram.
Yeah,
It goes to my LinkedIn too, like some
yeah,
of the
that's good.
content. Yeah. So it's like a
That's
portfolio within itself. So
that's quality content right there that you be posting, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like that
yeah.
right there, I
Thanks.
don't see that anywhere else, bro. I don't see anywhere else. That's why I hit you up, bro. To be honest, I hit
Hmm.
you up because I was like, yo, he's really out here just making fantastic quality, like just projects, bro. And I was impressed, bro. I
Yeah,
was
I'm
serious,
just
like,
I'm just uploading stuff. I had because at first it was attached to my art Instagram account, but I like, what, I gotta actually just split. I had to make two accounts so that it won't get all mixed up with my art stuff. So now that it came
you know what your stuff reminded me of? Your stuff reminded me of the Dreaded Dev a little bit, bro. That's how entertaining it was.
oh, you think so?
I'm
Oh,
I'm
okay.
telling you, because I would like it was just something about it. Just the I'm not even gonna say swag. I'm gonna say more like just the vibe of it, bro. Just the vibe that you got when I'm able to just like see you progress as you code, see your cool ass designs, bro. Just what I'm saying, like just looking at your Instagram and just you explaining it, you just going through it and just on the daily, like that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's how he was in a way. Like that's what really was cool, bro. I was like, hey, bro, this dude really working, bro. Like he making some badass designs. He uploading some, like brief videos.
yeah. It's just
Sit here and
uploading the
watch like,
process, man. It's like a journey, man. It's just
yeah.
uploading not everything, but all the things that I'm doing. Whenever I get free time, I just upload it.
And it
I
wasn't no
take the video.
deviation. It wasn't like, oh, look at the birds today.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's just like just posting stuff.
Yeah, it was like, hey, look at the code today. Like I was like, yo, that's cool.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's what I wanted to see, and that's what the jobs want to see. Like they want to see, all right, yo, the dude working for me, he coding every day. Period.
yeah. Yeah, and it's like all on my account. So, and then some people too be asking like, what stuff did I learn? Like, what stuff did I use to learn? I said, man, all I can tell you, man, it's like a
Yeah,
lot of googling, but
yeah,
also like I told them some books and stuff too that I read from the HTML, CSS, and the JavaScript and jQuery books by John Ducky.
yeah.
Those are great books to read. Elegant JavaScript, great book. It's they just released they didn't just but they recently released the ES6 one. I got the ES5, so but and it's not a lot to the
Yo, check
ES6.
out, check out. You see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Check out these ebooks. I made a repository of these, right? And
Okay.
Yeah, go check out the Tech Books channel in in the W3 Develops thing, in the W3 Develops server. You know what I'm saying? The Tech Books channel right here underneath I put the secondary channels underneath the cohorts
Okay, I see it.
and underneath the study groups. So it's right under there. And go to the Tech Books and yo, check out all these books I got in here, bro. All PDFs or
Gotcha.
like yo, look, these are all folders of books.
Dang, yeah.
These are folders. And the reason I put 1, 2, and 3 is because I asked on Quora, I was like, yo, what's some good stuff for me to like, what should I know by the time I get done learning JavaScript as my first language? Uh, and they was like, yo, just so all this stuff, you don't have to read that. Those are just basically overviews of what this book right here is. And this book is design patterns. And I
Design
have
patterns.
about 2 or 3 other books I have to get by some, about algorithms and stuff like that. Then you have functional programming in JavaScript, another PDF, which is, second that I'd say learn, like read, and then refactoring and improving the design of existing code. I even posted this on Real Tough Candy's in her resources thing, and she said she likes it, bro. She was
Oh, okay.
yeah, and the a professional told me to get these 3 books. Now, as for everything else, I got mad books, bro. We got some stuff on databases and the art of SQL and I gotta put the databases. I gotta combine SQL databases in that one. But we got some stuff on SQL in here. You know,
Man.
then we got the JavaScript section, bro. You already know. I gotta have the John Duckett in here, man.
Yeah, man. John Ducky, man. That's
You
a
already
good
know that's in there, man.
those good books. He coming
We
out with a PHP one too, man.
we have all the you don't know JavaScript books, all the PDFs, man. We check out the repo, man. All these
Yeah.
books right here, man. JavaScript.
Yeah, man. I'm finna look through that.
We got the MongoDB. We got a little bit.
Yeah, man. I'm finna look through that PHP one too. That
And it's
PHP
on
because I
GitHub, so you can just download the whole
and,
GitHub
and
repository.
and you know
Eloquent
what? You know
JS.
what makes me want to learn PHP for more is because of WordPress too, man. Like WordPress too is great too for like freelancers and being able to work with WordPress with PHP. That's something I really like too. Just
Here,
for like the
man.
freelance work and whatever, just to be, because I used WordPress before, but not at the level of like people using it for like PHP and being able to like make their own custom themes and all that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to do, like make your own custom themes and all that stuff. But you need to learn, PHP, which I don't have too much knowledge in, but at some point I will. So.
Oh, and then we I have my buddy sent me a resume and a cover letter, so go check those out too. So you can imitate that. My homeboy that
Okay.
the 80K React job, he's only like 18, bro. It's his first developer job. The one
Ah,
spent like 3 months on JavaScript and like a month or two, or like a month on just React, because he had the fundamentals down of JavaScript. Because he went so hard on JavaScript that, and then he just spent a month on React and got that job. These are his cover letter and resume. And then check out the cracking once you're getting like job interviews and stuff. Go ahead and check out cracking the coding interview.
okay.
Yeah, this is a great PDF, dude. Like, I have a podcast that I have to upload. I haven't uploaded it yet just because, like, I hate editing, bro. I hate editing. That's why if you look at my,
Oh yeah, I can't even edit, man, on my computers.
no
I
man,
mean, I tried, man. Like my computers be going slow, and then you gotta wait. So like I used to do like the YouTube videos. It was an old channel I used to have, and man, it was just like it would take forever. I used to do
oh dude,
like
I gotta push to
record like
GitHub.
I used to record my drawings, like my drawing process and all that. That stuff just took forever. And then sometimes my computer just wouldn't even like process the video right. It'd be like without the sound or something. I'm like, you know what, man, I'm not this not for me. So it's like that's why it's so easy just to do it on the phone for me now, because it's like I can just capture it just on the fly. And OBS too. I like OBS because it's like right there.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I.
Yeah.
But when I say edit, I'm talking about more like using Shotcut or DaVinci Resolve or
Ah, okay.
yeah, like professional, like Like,
I used to try to use Adobe, what was it, Premiere or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Premiere Pro.
Yeah, Premiere Pro. It's just that my computer just can't handle that. And when they get to the editing part,
I just never used it because you got to pay for it. And like I said, I don't use
yeah, Pro.
cracks.
Yeah, yeah. Back then I used to have the cracks for like all the whole Adobe program.
The thing is, I'm not like I don't use it because I don't trust it, man. Like,
Yeah, I used to do it like a while back, but then that computer gone now. But yeah, that type of stuff is like you can get like viruses and all that stuff
that's
on
what I'm
there.
saying. I feel like if I get a
Yeah,
crack, it's a virus. Period. Like I don't care
yeah.
where got it from. If it's a crack, man, it ain't the official. I like official. Like,
Hmm. But yeah, but now you could do it with ways where you don't have to not like key gens because I don't mess with no key gens. That stuff ain't safe at all.
yeah,
But
see, I
like
don't
you can do it
even.
where you could change a certain file in one of the directories, and then after that it can like you won't crack the actual full program. What you're doing is just freezing the trial version. So
Really?
the trial always stays because Adobe made their trials like not I mean, they made it time limited, but you have access to everything in the program. So if you can freeze the time limit, you pretty much got the full program. So,
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
crazy. I didn't know about that.
I stopped doing that stuff though because they can mess your computer up.
Really? How
You
can it
know,
like?
yeah.
I didn't know that. How would it?
Well, it been well. Sometimes every time when I get like virus protection, it'll find that as a virus, and then it'll like say, yeah, you gotta take this off. So I'm like, all right, man.
Nah, you could probably
I ain't
add it
messing
to the white list.
Oh, I could. Yeah, you right. But now it's really hard to even find those. Like, you got to get it from like it's this Russian dude, man. It's like the code, like the program was like in Russian or whatever. But it's like, nah, I ain't messing with that. And it's in
Right?
Russian.
They gonna
I'm like,
mess around. They gonna hack your computer.
yeah.
Then they gonna hack the elections. And they gonna blame it
It's called the Patcher. It's called something Adobe Patcher or something like that. If you look it up, you will see it. But it's like, man, you can't even. I ain't downloading that,
You
man.
gonna have the Secret Service coming at your door like, "Hey, son, come on, you come away. We know what you did at
Man,
machines."
he, ain't no way, mess.
You
Hey,
blame it.
but I'm gonna hit you up next time at another
All
meetup.
right.
I gotta
Yeah.
do finish these clothes or whatever.
Yeah, dude. It was good
But
talking to
yeah,
you, man. And
yeah, man, it was good. It was good. Now I know what needs to get done next.
yeah,
But we
dude.
all
Just
work.
the hours, and that's really it, bro. After the hours
Yeah,
done, like that's pretty much a wrap, bro. Like
cool.
job well done, bro. Like, I mean, we could take everything else from where it's got to go, like after that, but I can't really see like it going too much further, other than the cohorts and that. But that stuff will probably just be the easy part because we'll have all the code already written and stuff, and then
Yeah, we have
it'll be
everything
like a
already written.
yeah,
It's
it'll
just
be
like
like
how when I started with the blocks, like with the stuff out the schedule and all that. The more difficult part would connect to the form and all that was already there. So now all I gotta do is just look at the form. Like, I mean, just look at how he was able to access the information from the form and just add the next courses to it.
But yeah, dude, check out that cracking the coda interview. You don't have to get it from my repo. You can get it from I got it online. I just googled everything.
Yeah, I'm,
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
go
probably
from
get it from I'm gonna get it from yours though because it's like easy access. It's like right
yeah, it's
there.
all what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's all right there. Just
yeah.
make sure you read the read me, please. Buy the physical book from the authors when you get done reading the books. I don't know how long this is gonna be online because I'm not sure how legal it is. So
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
You can probably just take that out. You can probably just take this whole section out.
We're
We
like,
talking about key gens and crack. You two gonna look at this like, oh no, they out here trying to do some illegal stuff.
they're taking over
Yeah,
the world over here, man.
yeah, man.
And knowledge needs to be free. Oh, dude. Also, are you? I'm not sure what kind of books you're into, but if you're into sci-fi books, check out the Corey Doc. These are all free. Like he gives away all his books for free. Corey Doc.
Okay,
Yeah, just check out his. He's. This is the reason I got into programming. And if you want like one book by him, check out it's called Little Brother. Should be on here somewhere. Control F. Yeah, check out Little Brother. And I'm pretty sure there's an audio version somewhere online. Just check that out. It's a really
okay.
good read just for some sci-fi stuff. Again, I'm not sure how into it you are. If you're into it. I don't care if you read it. You know, it's just a good fictional hacker revolution type book for I used to read when I was.
Gotcha.
But yeah, dude, the last thing is the hours, and thanks for meeting up with me today, man.
Man, no problem, man. I know we was delaying it for a while. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and do this, man. I've been delaying it.
Nah, that's
I've been
bro.
working on this site, man. It's like, man, now that I got everything pretty much down packed, it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, dude. I hope
I
you get
got
everything settled with your computer, man. Just get that.
Oh yeah, them files. Those files, I'm going to create a new goat in Webpack. I'm going to reinstall every. I'm going to like just do the npm. I'm actually going to redo the npm initiate. Just do all that process over again, just for the goat files in Webpack, and then just do everything over. Just because the site content still is work without without the npm JSON file. The package JSON, but in order to use like Gulp and all that, I need to do that. So I'm just going to reinstall everything. But pretty much it's looking good though. The site is looking good.
But yeah, dude. All right, so just take a look at Figma. Take a look at Photo.
Okay.
Make sure you bookmark Photo P. Download Figma for your wireframe.
Yeah, I bookmark all of them. I bookmark all the ones you mentioned.
Nice. All right, bro.
Yeah,
Well, it was good to talk to you, man. Thank you very much.
man, no problem.
I can't wait to
All
meet up
right,
with you
man.
again, dude.
Yeah.
All right, later, homie.
All right, bro. All right. See you.
Do, 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 do. All right, and for y'all folks watching at home, we appreciate you guys being here, man. Thank you very much, and uh, take care. Oh,